Right? Whoop whoop. Y'all can hear me. Alright. I'm gonna put on the music. The musica. Oh, me too.
Welcome to Monster Sports and Entertainment. Enjoy the show.
Don't mind me, I look like a mess today. Just ignore that. I thought the stream was at 2. And then I woke up and I looked and it wasn't. Hi, baby. You just hopped right up here. Give me a second, bud. Give me a second, honey. That do be bright though. What is it, bud? What? What? Honey, did you steal my spot? You can't steal my spot, bud. She wants to steal my spot. Always. Here, you guys can have like a little like tripper cam. I'll be right back. Can you watch my daughter for me? Thank you. I'll be back. What is it, Triple? Thank you for watching my daughter well. I fixed myself up. Tripper. Hi, honey. What is it, my love? Yes, honey. What? What is it, my lovely? Yes, here. I'll sit like right behind you. I'll sit like right in front of you. Yes, come crawl around, my love. And then I'll back up. See? Oh, nice. How's everyone doing today? I'm Molly, by the way. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. I'm your host, Molly. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for notifications. So notified when we're live. Tripper, honey. What is it, my lovely? My clingy baby. I like that you're clingy, though. Mwah. She's always on me. She is very clingy. Hey, baby. Hi, honey. I cannot see the chat right now. Give me one moment. Boop, boop. Stay. should probably have a light source coming from this side, because, like, the lighting's very off. Hold on, baby. You stay there. You stay there, bud. Where's my I got a lamp. But yeah, I cannot see the chat right now. I'm not ignoring anybody. I would never ignore you guys. Whoa, hi Tripper. Oh, there we go. Is that a bit better? Not really. That didn't do really shit, but like, okay. Hello. That'd actually probably be better if it was like that. Actually, can do that. I'm just gonna go to the next song so that I can go to the chat. What's up, everybody? Blaze, how you doing, Blaze? What's going on, Leedy? How you doing, Leedy? Happy Easter, everybody. It's Easter. Hi, baby. Hi, bud boy. Tripper says hello to everybody and hopes everyone is having a good Easter. What? She takes all my love. Hey, honey. Wait, drop the battery. Did I just drop a battery? Yes. Is it okay? Oh yeah, it's fine. Ow! Just scratched my hand. I mean, that's a little bit better. Kind of, I guess. I like when her hair gets all messy in the back. It looks precious. Hey, buddy. We are vibing. Wally! 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 How you doing, Wally? What's going on? Hope you're doing well, Wally. It would be better if it was over that way. That's coming from more of that angle. Hold on. Give me a second, my love. Give me a moment. Somewhere. How's that? It's a little bit better. Now you just see where the light is on the side. We don't have ring lights or anything like that. Ring lights are too expensive. It's to have one of those. So that's like hella bright. Blinded by the light. Hi. Yes, bud. Revved up like a deuce, another running the night, blinded by the light. Revved up like a deuce, another running the night. What is it, my lovely? That works. Hello. Oopsies. Oh! I don't know what that was. Sorry, ignore that. That's a bit better, right? Now I just look pale. Oh, I just look really pale. I mean, does it work though? Yeah. What? Oh, I'm upside down. Like, if that wasn't there, it'd be so much darker. Here, let me put my leg down for you, bud. So then you can actually sit on my lap. There we go. And then I'm just gonna like have it like this a little bit more. I mean, I guess that works. Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? Oopsie. There we go. I did it. Okay. I might zoom myself in just a little bit. Oh. Sure, that works. Yeah, sure. Perfect. Tomorrow's Easter Monday. I don't have class tomorrow morning. It's gonna be so nice. The fact that I don't have class tomorrow morning. Check email and make stream. Okay. Oh, I just got it now. Sunday. A sliver? Possibly. Oh well, if I do. Also, you know, like, yeah, plugged in. You know those like little baby like larder beetles that like everybody has in their home? That are just everywhere. Hi, baby. Yes, Sunny. And guys, listen to how loud she is. Just like, let's just like take a moment to listen to the preciousness that is my cat. Listen to how loud she is. Thank you. That was my cat ASMR for the day. Okay, I'll make the stream between innings.
For violating the domestic abuse agreement between the players and the major league owners. He was 18-4 in 2019. He had a terrific season, had an ERA just over 4.
Next Sunday at 1 p.m. I'm going to be doing the Los Angeles Dodgers versus Toronto Blue Jays game. I'm going to be making the stream.
He has pitched well against the Blue Jays in the past.
I'm going to be making the stream.
This will be his 6th career
between
game,
innings.
4th career
Chipper,
start
honey.
against the Blue Jays, and the Jays hitters need to put the bat on the ball a little more consistently than they have in the first 2 games.
Yeah, they've scored 3 runs in each of the first 2 games. Haven't walked very much. Have struck out a lot. Still have managed to split the first 2 games with the Yankees. As we are underway here on a Sunday afternoon, and Simeon taking a fastball a little bit inside for ball 1. Simeon again in the leadoff spot, and again that is subject to change. You would think when George Springer is ready to go, which could be as early as Thursday. We'll see how that plays out. The Blue Jays have a series in Arlington against the Rangers before they go to Dunedin, which is the earliest Springer could be ready. The 2-0 on the way, and a swing and a grounder pulled foul up the third baseline. 2-1 on Simeon. Simeon, you know, Buck, the more we watch watch him and get to know him,
whoopsies.
he just brings a real business-like
Oh, I didn't mean to show that. I meant to
his
lock it.
job.
There we go.
During the game, pre-game, and spring training, the more you see him, the more you think the young players can really learn by example from watching Marcus Semien.
Yeah, Semien and Springer both, they are true pros, and they bring every aspect of the game you want. Leadership, they're quality players, they're quality people, and they're perfect for this young ball club.
Toronto up to bat first.
From Herman, just a little bit low. A little flinch there from Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire, but it's called low, so it's 3-1. After Semien, Biggio, and then Bichette. Herman working quickly, and a fastball swung on and lifted in the air to shallow left center field. And should be routine for Aaron Hicks, and it is 1 down.
Now to take a look at the defense for
Y'all,
the
this is so much
Yankees.
better. Hold on.
And Bruce
Y'all.
did it to corner.
Y'all ain't gonna believe what I just found.
Sanchez again
Whoopsies.
behind the plate. And we thought we'd take a look at the left fielder. It's a special story. Brett Gardner in his 14th season as a Yankee. Only 5 Yankees have played 14 seasons or more for the franchise, and it's an impressive list. Mantle, Bernie Williams, Babe Ruth, Roy White, and Brett Gardner.
Kevin Biggio comes up, first pitch swinging, and lifts a fly ball to fairly deep left center. Hicks makes it look easy again, though, and quickly 2 down here in the top of the first. Wouldn't it have felt weird, Buck, if Brett Gardner had signed with anybody else as a free agent in the offseason?
Absolutely, and he was a terrific Yankee for a long time, and it took him a long time to sign, but he's a great leader, he's emotional, he's still got speed.
Hey, that's like so much better. Oh my gosh.
He's been out there a long time, and he is a Yankee through and through, no doubt about it.
So 2 down here in the top of the first, and Bo Bichette looks at his strike.
I didn't know this was a thing, y'all. Hold on.
100 in his young major league career. He got his first hit of the season yesterday. It was a good breaking ball, swung on and missed, and Herman jumps out in front 0-2.
Yeah, this is a late breaking ball. Starts on the plate and breaks down and away, and that's a little bit more of a curveball than a slider, actually.
The 0-2 shot inside the right field line. It'll bounce off the wall and back out into fair territory. Frazier's got it, but can't get it back in before Bo Bichette, without his batting helmet, glides into second with a 2-out double.
His 100th career hit. He has really gotten off to a bit of a slow start by his standards. And that was a terrific 2-strike approach once again. He lets the ball travel deep, keeps it fair just inside the bag at first base. He had 9 doubles last year, and he picks up his first double here with 2 outs in the first.
Congrats to Bo on hit number 100. Certainly many, many more to come. He's at second with 2 down for Teoscar Hernandez. Teoscar off to a good start, 4 for 8 with a home run through the first 2 games of the season, as Herman paints the outside, and it's 0-1. Hernandez, the choice of Charlie Montoyo and company to start off the year in the cleanup spot. And if all goes well, I would imagine he might never relinquish that spot. Coming off a great year, a Silver Slugger Award year last year. Another breaking ball, Buck, in their first strike, and it's 0-2.
Yeah, Charlie Montoya wanted to reward Hernandez with that spot in the cleanup spot, and I think he really embraces it. He wants to be that guy that you lean on to drive in runs, and he's done such a great job going back to last year, hitting with 2 strikes.
Herman, a look into Gary Sanchez for the sign, now ready to go. Checks Bichette. And the 0-2, he got him to chase down and away, and he strikes out Hernandez on 3 pitches as the Blue Jays lead the Bichette.
Damn! Guys, look how cool that is. I didn't even know that was a thing. Look how cool that is, guys. Oh my gosh. I didn't mean to do that, but it is a commercial break. So, right? Isn't that dope AF? And then I could just put like the little like, and then it shows like who's pitching and stuff. It doesn't fit though on the screen, so like I just... Bottom right, like right here. They just show like an advertisement in between, so I'm just gonna like block that out. I might just have to change it from either the right or the left. I might have to change it from the right to the left depending on who's pitching. Depending on like what side they're pitching from. Which is like fine. Hello everybody, welcome to Monster Sports and Entertainment. I'm your host Molly. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in. It just refreshes once in a while, but honestly, like, everything does that anyways. Oopsies. Yeah, that sometimes happens.
Career, and you can see last year he appeared in 3 games, pitched very well. He went back to his strength, pitching down in the zone with sinker and slider, and he carried that into spring training and earned this start with a very good spring.
As long as you can see the box. There we go.
DJ LeMahieu will lead it off for the Yankees and look at a fastball down the middle at 93, and it's 0-1. LeMahieu, the batting champ of the American League last year at 364. 2 for 8 so far this season. As the 0-1 runs a little down and in, and a guy who's just done a ton of damage against the Blue Jays in his career. In
there we
30
go.
Games as a Yankee,
I'm just turning off my Wi-Fi on my device.
388 against Blue Jay pitching. Zoik back at him. The 1-1 is a pitch.
Oh, hitting it.
Center field, fairly deep but playable. Grichuk is over there to make the catch. One
out.
Down.
Boop. I don't know why it does it. Keeps like moving around. Never done this before, so we're seeing how this goes with all this.
Simeon for out number 2.
Boy, so
out number 2 for the Yankees.
From Simeon at second base. He really looks comfortable at second. He saved a run earlier in this
Good, get
series
the Yankees
with a diving play on the outfield grass, and there he takes a hit away.
I like the Yankees, but like
he is shaded up the middle and times his leap perfectly as he
I'm from
spears
Canada,
that one.
Toronto.
That was hit so hard that might have gotten between the outfielders.
That was a beautiful catch.
An extra base hit for Aaron Judge, but he will take a right turn and go back to the dugout.
You just talked about it. TJ Zoik is a pitch-to-contact guy, not a big strikeout guy, so he needs some good defense behind him. 2 down in the bottom of the first, no score, and Aaron Hicks, the center fielder, is the batter.
Oh yeah, I can just leave that there.
With 6 strikeouts in the first couple of games. He has walked a couple of times. The 1-0 from Zoik, swing and a miss, at a good cutter or slider buck in under his hands.
Yeah, that's the cutter that he has really brought into the mix. And once again, we're going to watch how he works down in the zone. He's totally different than any other starter in this rotation. And I think that could be an advantage as long as he stays aggressive.
We saw a tick up in his velocity.
Yeah, what a catch. He caught it and it was just at like the tip of his glove. I don't know how the freak he caught that.
1 and 2. Last year in the past, Zoik had been kind of a 91 to 93 guy. And in the spring, we saw him at 94, even 95 sometimes with that 2-seamer. And every little bit can help. Just want to get the ball off the barrel as much as you can and get some weak contact. 1 ball, 2 strike pitch on the way, and it's fouled off right side.
When you listen to TJ Zoik talk about the difference with him this spring as opposed to years past, he said, I finally learned how to use my lower half. I've learned how
it's
to
the bottom of the first, 2 outs.
And really drive through
Toronto
the zone, and that has allowed
pitching.
the velocity to tick up a bit.
And Yankees
it
at
takes
bat.
a pitcher a while, especially a tall guy like TJ Zoik, to get all the parts in sync.
1-2 is down and in 95 as Hicks winds up doing a face plant on the plate, trying to get his feet out of the way.
Zoik really trying to overthrow that ball and really pulled it badly down and in, and Hicks just barely getting out of the way. That pitch in the dirt inside. But Zoic's got to stay in his delivery, and that's one thing he talked about after his last outing in
Yeah, you don't want to get hit
against
with
the
one of
Phillies.
those
He was all over the
freaking
place,
balls.
trying to do too much.
The 2-2 on the way, and a swing and a ground ball up the middle, and with a shift down,
Ouch.
we have 3 infielders on the right side. So
End of the
easy play
first.
for Biggio over there as Zoic gets him 1, 2, 3.
Whoop. It is now the end of the first inning. Nothing so far. No one's made it home. I'm just gonna go quickly turn off my Wi-Fi.
Isn't it cool watching Bluejays games again?
On my laptop.
Cool watching the Bluejays.
It is. I'm gonna go turn on airplane mode on my laptop.
How many Canadian TV really watch the Bluejays?
Yes.
But thank God there's only one Canadian team, so it's always going to be against an American team.
Yeah.
There you go.
True. True that. Hello everybody, welcome. Monster Sports and Entertainment. Smash a thumbs up on your way in. I'm freaking excited because I finally found, this is President's Choice, kettle cooked, honey Dijon. What's it called? Mrs. Vicky's has some honey Dijon, but I can never find it in a big bag. I can only find it in the little bags. So,
I don't know if they know what Mrs. Vicky's is.
it's a chip brand. Is it Canadian?
Yeah,
I don't know. It's just a kettle cooked chip brand, and it's very good.
I believe it's in like Newfoundland or
Oh. Never mind then. They're kettle cooked chips that are very good.
Let me try one.
The talent, and off to a good start this year, had a good spring as he steps in to lead off the second against Domingo Germán and takes down and away ball 1. You know, interesting, Buck, remember back
Ooh, smell
in
good.
the wintertime,
They
spring
smell
black,
good.
I said,
I'm like,
"Hey, I
smell
look at
good."
myself as a third baseman.
Yeah.
I want to play third. It might happen occasionally as he swings and misses 1-1, but
If they taste like I
he's
think
been
they
over
do.
at first, but he's been doing it with a smile on his face, a good work
Kind of.
ethic, and it seems like he's in a really good frame of mind right now.
Not the same, but still good.
Yeah, I think he is. He understands he's going to play first base most of the time, and it'll be a rare situation where Charlie Montoya will ask him to play third.
1-1 is drilled to right field and deep and gone.
Ooh! Home run!
Field home run is first of the
For the
season.
Blue Jays,
The
home
Blue
run!
Jays have
Woo-hoo!
taken an early 1-0 lead.
Yeah!
Boy, that's a great shot.
Blue Jays getting a home
Bobby
run!
Shep was the first
Woo!
one to shoot his hands in the air and celebrate a Guerrero home run, his first one of the season. And the beauty
Yes!
of this swing, the home run goes to right field. I think that's the one thing that Vladdy has really focused on all spring long, hitting the ball up the middle to the
Well, there was a cat
opposite
hair on it.
field.
It
He's
wasn't.
staying
It was-
on pitches, and he's really swinging the bat well. This is a beautiful swing on a pitch up in the zone, and he knows he got it all. It's a very inviting short porch in right field here at Yankee Stadium, and Guerrero in front.
Boy, what a good sign that is. 380 feet, 107 miles an hour. Off the bat, a nice short, compact swing to the opposite
Hey,
field.
VP!
The Blue
What's
Jays
going on,
take the
VP?
early
Better
lead.
pull up.
Lourdes Gurriel Jr., the batter down. He swings and lines one over the head of
Nice.
a leaping Gleyber Torres into left field.
We have talked about this often, but Gurriel is the best breaking ball hitter on the Blue Jays. And he got a breaking ball right there from Germán, and he lined it into left field. Over 400 last year against the Yankees, and he really likes the challenge of playing these guys in the pinstripes. But boy, you hang a breaking ball to him, and he's going to wear you out.
Guerrero with a home run. Gurriel with a base
Oh,
hit.
so
Nobody
pale
out
with
at the
this
top of the
lighting.
second, and now Randall Grichuk up a spot in the order. With Rowdy Tellez out of the lineup, Joe Panik getting a start in his place as Germán checks on Gurriel at first. Randall off to a good start, 3 for 7, including that RBI double in the 10th inning on opening day that cashed in.
Someone at first for Toronto.
Gurriel the lead at first. And a breaking ball in for a strike to Grichuk.
That breaking ball, he's going to throw a lot of them, and you can see Randall has liked hitting against the Yankees just like Gurriel. He's got an 8-game hit streak against New York, batting .355. And he's taking that up the middle opposite field approach as well.
The one on the way. Look out. Up and in and off the glove of Sanchez, and Gurriel can trot up to second on the play. A fastball that really ran up and in, and Grichuk was fortunate to get out of the way of that.
Another wild pitch. The Yankees had 3 wild pitches in the game, and that's a tough one for a catcher because the hitter's ducking out of the way. The catcher thinks that it might hit the batter, and it kind of shies away from it. It goes off the tip of the mitt and all the way back
I'm
to the
still in bed watching
YouTube.
YouTube.
Runner to move up.
Mood, honestly.
So runner at second.
Day off, might as well, right? Just wanted to say, hey, well, thank you for showing up and saying
for his
hello.
work behind the plate, but
Thank
that
you,
one was a tough one because it was up and in on Grichuk.
So let's see if the Blue Jays can capitalize. A ball and a strike on Randall with Joe Panik on deck. Alejandro Kirk behind him. A bouncer foul, third base side.
Oh.
1 and 2. Buck mentioned in the first inning about the domestic violence suspension for Herman last year. Didn't play at all last year. Was suspended for violating Major League Baseball's domestic violence policy, an incident involving his girlfriend that happened in September of 2019, and actually had a couple of missteps on social media too this past off season and leading into the spring, and it was in question whether it seemed to be in question whether or not the Yankees would even have him back this year as Grichuk pulls another one foul. He has tried to make amends with his teammates. Some of his teammates have been a little bit outspoken about the fact about not being thrilled about the situation. But he does find himself, at least for now, on the team and in the rotation. And you wonder, Buck, maybe if they gave him this start to have him make a start at home, I don't know. The Yankees, aren't going to say that kind of thing, but to have him make his first appearance in September of 19 in front of the home fans. But he's a guy with a good arm. But obviously, this is a very difficult situation because of the incident in September, and he has apologized for it as much as he can. But there are many people who are not really thrilled, and some of them within his own clubhouse, not thrilled with seeing him back on the team right now. 1 and 2, the count on Grichuk. And a breaking ball. They got a lot of the plate. Randall fouls it back.
Zach Britton, who is currently on the 60-day injured list, he was most vocal in the Yankee clubhouse. He said, hey, you can't pick your teammates. But to his credit, Herman addressed his teammates in spring training individually and as a group. And Aaron Boone talked about it this morning in his media scrum. He said, you know what, that's part of being a big leaguer. You've got to stand and take the heat sometimes, and he did that.
1-2 again. Grichuk fouls off a fastball to stay alive. Having a good at bat here against Herman.
Well, Rando has done such a good job over the last year and a half, has made adjustments at the plate, and right now he's done exactly what you want from a hitter with 2 strikes. Shorten up, don't do anything dramatic, put the bat on the ball, and at a minimum, get Gurriel over to third with nobody out.
1-2 again. And a fastball clubbed to left. Well hit. Can he keep it fair? And yes, he can.
Woo!
Bullet down the left field line.
2-run home run! Woo! Let's go Blue Jays!
Well, what a terrific reward.
Yes!
Put it back for Randall Grichuk. He battled off a couple of tough pitches, shortened up his stroke.
Toronto up to 3 now.
Again, you don't have to have a big swing to hit the ball out of the ballpark. Boy, what a beautiful, short, quick swing Randall put on that ball and keeps it fair inside the foul line down the left field line.
And it was a 2-run.
To wear out the Yankees, he now has hit in 9 straight games against New York. Beautiful swing. The pitch is up. Looked like it might have been a changeup, but he had a great approach. Once he got the 2 strikes, he was short and quick to the ball, fouled off a couple pitches, and he is rewarded with a 2-run homer.
Just inside the foul pole down the left field line, and what an inning so far for the Blue Jays. Home runs for Vladimir Guerrero Jr. and Randall Grichuk to take a 3-0 lead. Joe Panik getting his first start of the season. He is the DH this afternoon. Rowdy Tellez not in the lineup today. So Panik DH.
No outs for Toronto.
As he fouls one off, and it's quickly 0-2. Panik at 225 as a Blue Jay last year, bouncing around between different positions.
It's so nice to see people in the crowd.
Well, Gurriel got a base hit and was able to score on it, a home run by Grichuk. But boy, what a deep lineup. We've talked about this all throughout the spring, how much deeper the lineup was when you can bet Gurriel in the 6th spot, Grichuk in the 7th spot. You got your DH in the 8th spot, and then your catcher.
Yeah, a lot of conversation about who's the odd man out. Will Grichuk be the odd man out? 1-2 is outside, 2-2. And Randall said, I want to make them play me. I want to come into camp and force them to play me. And again, stuff happens. Guys get hurt. Guys have bad matchups. Guys get days off. Everybody's going to get a chance to play. You hit, you'll play. As Panik fouls one off.
Yeah, and it's a good situation for the manager, Charlie Montoyo. He didn't have this many good players last year, and Charlie knows that when you've got 4 everyday outfitters, somebody's going to have to sit from time to time. But that keeps the pressure on the players.
2-2, and Panik fouls it off. And I don't know if the ball or maybe the backswing got Sanchez, but he appears to be okay.
Yeah, he got hit with the backswing, and he wears that hockey-style mask to protect the back of his head. Look, Vladdy can do everything. He's trying to get the knot out of Gurriel's back.
2-2 is outside, ball 3. They are funny. Guerrero, Gurriel, sometimes Teoscar Hernandez is in on it. He's always in the vicinity. But you never see the 3 of them just sitting there doing nothing, not talking, just sitting. There's always something going on. 3-2, swing and a miss. Good changeup there.
Ooh, first out.
One down. And that will bring Alejandro Kirk to the plate for the first time this season. A guy who beat out Reese McGuire, in effect, for the backup catcher spot, and figures to get a lot of playing time. And again, you can see as he walks to the plate, you can see he has lost some weight, and there's probably more work to be done, but you can see he has lost some weight. And as you talked about, Buck, he's hit at every level. They're thrilled with, the work that he's done in terms of handling a pitching staff, learning all the information that catchers get in the majors. This is a guy who never played above A ball before he came to the majors.
Alejandro Kirk
himself quite well.
up at bat now for Toronto.
I can't fathom a young catcher coming to the big leagues and dealing with all the information they have to work with in this day and age, and he's done a great job. Pitchers rave about how confident they are throwing to him.
2 balls and a strike. After that swing and a miss by Alejandro Kirk. Has always hit for average, has always made contact. As he takes down and away 3 balls and a strike. 3-0 Blue Jays in the top of the second. And a 3-1 count on Kirk. And a fastball right on the outside corner, 3-2. Pitch to Kirk, and a breaking ball down and away, ball 4. And a 1-out walk issued to Kirk here at the top of the second. The Blue Jays up 3-0. Back to the top of the order now to Marcus Semien, who hit a fly ball to center his first time up. Home runs for Guerrero and Grichuk here in the second inning.
Not my Ray-Bans.
And the first pitch from Herman, fastball right down the middle, actually 85, so probably a changeup there that he threw him on the first pitch, and it's 0-1.
Yeah, Simeon popped out to center field his first time up. He's one of the few Blue Jays that has had a successful matchup against Herman. He is now 4 for 10 against the righty.
A check swing on a breaking ball outside, but he went around, and it's 0-2.
Oh, my hair doesn't look terrible when it's down. You should just have it up, so it's not a freaking...
So Herman way out in front, and the 0-2 to Simeon. Got a piece of it to stay alive. Had to reach for that one.
Another good two-strike approach by Simeon. He was really late to get to that ball, but he never committed, so he had his hands back, and he was able to foul the ball off and stay alive.
And activity very early in the Yankee pen as Michael King has started to throw, with the Blue Jays already up 3-0 here in the second. On a long look in towards the plate as Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire, was out from behind the plate for a moment tending to something. Now ready to go in front of Simeon. No balls and 2 strikes. And a swing and a weak ground ball to the left side. The third baseman, Urshela, cuts in front of Torres. They get the force at second, but can't double up Simeon at first.
It was just slowly hit, and Urshela's got great range at third. He cut in front of the shortstop. They're able to get that lead runner at second, but they couldn't turn 2, and that'll bring Biggio to the plate with a man on.
Sure.
And Biggio with a fly to the left center, his first time up as he comes up here with a runner at first, 2 down in the top of the second. A lead for T.J. Zoik in the early going in his first appearance of the 2021 season. Herman comes set, Biggio waits, and the first pitch over the outside corner for a called strike, 0-1.
Herman Biggio at bat for Blue Jays.
Blue Jays are off to Arlington after this game today. The Yankees will start a series with Baltimore. These two teams will meet again barely over a week from now. The 0-1. And that one will run outside, says Jordan Baker, the home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike on Biggio.
Break up the Orioles. The Baltimore Orioles are 2-0, and they lead the Red Sox early this afternoon 3-0. Nobody expected that from Baltimore.
Yeah, Baltimore off to a good start against the Red Sox. 1-1 on the way, down and in. Ball 2. Orioles, they're going to get there. Probably won't be this year, but the farm system is getting stronger. You're starting to see some young players show up at the major league level. And obviously, you know, being what figures to be the worst team in the American League East, although not a given that'll happen. That's a tough spot to be in. There are so many good teams in the division. But if you're an Orioles fan, an encouraging start to the season in the first few days. And we were talking about it before the game. The Blue Jays and Orioles, they'll play 19 times, obviously. They don't meet until the middle of June. Really weird. Throw to first, and Simeon back in.
Kind of like the Blue Jays and the Yankees last season in that abbreviated season. They played the Yankees a lot in September, but it didn't face them until later on in that schedule.
Chocolate Day.
It's going to be the case with the Orioles this year.
2-1 the count. The lead by Simeon at first with 2 down, and the pitch to Biggio lifted in the air, left field, not deep. Gardner there, and makes the
That's the third out.
He is retired.
When we come back for the commercial break, it is going to be the bottom of the second, and the Yankees are going to be at bat. Hello, everybody. Welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. I'm your host, Molly. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the bell for notifications. Oh, they're showing the new MLB game. Hope everyone's doing well today. Damien! What's going on, Damien? How you doing, Damien? Don't forget to drink your water, guys. Drink your water. Oh, right, yeah. The Starbucks lady is, green, so I have a green screen behind me, so. Nose itchy. RBC Bank really coming through. RBC Bank just put a thing saying if you switch from your old bank to our bank to RBC, you get free AirPods. And I'm like, damn. That'd be tempting to switch. I already have AirPods, but like. Commercial break is over.
A Blue Jay fan.
Game is back on. It is now at the bottom of the second.
And enjoying a 3-0
Yankees at bat.
Early going on home runs by Guerrero and Grichuk. As TJ Zoik is staked to an early lead as he faces Gleyber Torres to lead off the bottom of the second. Torres up into the cleanup spot for the Yankees with Giancarlo Stanton getting the day off.
What if you are already RBC? No idea.
There's great movement.
I don't know. It might be just in America.
In on a right-handed batter.
Oh wait, Royal.
Yeah, and that's the kind of life that attracted the Blue Jays to Zoik
RBC's
when he
in
was
America,
in
right?
college. He has always had a great moving fastball, and he got away from it a little bit the last couple of years.
I don't know, it might just be in America, or maybe in Canada, whatever RBC
Simeon
means.
from behind the bag on to first in time, one down.
Here's where a young
Oh, Royal
pitcher
Bank of
needs to take
Canada.
a page
Oh,
out
so
of
it
a
would be-
veteran pitcher's book. You've got a 3-0 lead here in New York, trying to win the series. This is when you have to become most aggressive. Don't be tentative now and say, I got to protect this 3-run lead. Put the pressure on the hitters. Throw a lot of strikes. They don't know a lot about you, so challenge the hitters to have quick results in these innings early on.
One down, here's Jay Bruce, the first baseman for the Yankees, who looks at a strike. Bruce with that 2-run flare into left field with the bases loaded off Tim Mesa yesterday.
says,
turned out
Get
to be
Apple
one of the
AirPods
biggest
with
hit
the
of the
charging
game.
case
The
at no
Yankees
cost when
beat
you
the Blue
open an
Jays
eligible
5-3.
RBC Bank account. Offer ends May 31st.
0-2 now the count on Bruce. Zoik, a former first-round pick out of the University of Pittsburgh back in 2016, and really getting this start because of the Robbie Ray situation when Ray slipped on the
I've always
stairs a
been
few
TD.
days ago while carrying his child. Fortunately, his child okay.
Does TD Bank test
Ray
me?
landed on his elbow.
They really do.
And Pete Walker,
But, like,
the
am I
pitching
still
coach
with
for the
them?
Blue
Yes.
Jays, spoke before the game about Ray, said
They do be
things
testing
are going
me.
great. He's coming along quickly. They haven't given a timeline in terms of when his first start could be, but this could be a temporary situation for Zoik if Ray comes back quickly, and whether Zoik would then go to the bullpen or would stay stretched out as a starter at the alt site as he misses inside 2-2 remains to be seen. But the fact, Buck, that he is stretched out and
Toronto Dominion
they feel
is in the
comfortable
US,
and
yeah.
confident throwing him into this kind of a situation again shows that the pitching depth.
Yeah, I know
appears to
that,
be
but
in a better
apparently it's just
place this
RBC
year
in general. I
than
didn't
it's
know
been
if it
the
was
last
just
couple of
like.
years. 2-2 is yanked to right field. That'll get down for a base hit. Hernandez will cut it off, fire it back in, and hold Bruce to a long single.
That's a nice play by Teo out in right field because Zoik gets so many ground balls. You want to make sure that you don't give up an extra base hit with one out.
Bruce
Keep
on
Jay
the
Bruce at
Yankees,
first at the table for a double play.
making
with
it to
Sanchez
first
coming to
base.
play.
Second and third base are empty
One out
at this
base hit for
time.
Bruce. Good hustle there by Teoscar to the outfield, and this is a dangerous guy right now, given the way that he has swung the bat in the first 2 games of the season. A home run in each of the first 2. Starting all 3 games behind the plate for the Yankees in this series. 3-0 Blue Jays, bottom of the second. And Zoik misses upstairs. Ball 1. You know, Zoik, and you talked about it, Buck, throws that 2-seamer You go back 10, 15 years, that was the pitch everybody wanted to throw. Pitch to contact, get quick outs, keep your pitch count down, get deep into the game. But now it's about getting swings and misses. And with the launch angle, you know, a lot of people thought, well, the sinker doesn't work well. That's right into the plane of the swing. And now everybody's high four-seamer, throw the curveball. So Zoik's kind of a throwback to a different era with the repertoire that he's got. One is outside, ball 2.
You know, when I first came into the major leagues in 1969, everybody was a high fastball curveball pitcher. And then they went to sinkers and sliders, and it's a cyclical game. It goes back and forth. As the pitchers make adjustments, the hitter's going to counteract those adjustments. And now Pete Walker, for one, believes that Zoik's sinker will play.
Bruce the lead at first, 2-1 on the way, and he stays with a cutter there and gets a swing and a miss. 2-2 on Gary Sanchez.
Can't see shit.
But TJ, I think when he first came up, he was trying to appease everybody and say, okay,
Also,
this
all
is
my
how you
eyes
have
look
to
right
pitch.
now.
You got to elevate the fastball, and you got to make good pitches upstairs. Oh, he's not that kind of pitcher. He's 6'7". He creates a challenging angle for hitters, and then you get that strike down in the bottom of the zone with movement on it, you're going to get a lot of ground ball outs.
Looking for one right here, but he missed low. Nice backhanded pick. Ball in the dirt by Alejandro Kirk, and it's a full count now on Gary Sanchez.
Sanchez, yep, what he said, Gary Sanchez.
The Yankees don't have any speed at all at first in Jay Bruce, and they have less speed at the plate. I don't think they're going to start the runner here with a full count 1 out, even though they're looking at a double play situation.
Bruce is not going, and the 3-2 reached for and poked foul by Sanchez to stay alive. What have you seen in the early going
there we go. Now I can see.
Kirk? And I know you watched him last year and in the spring, but in terms of his target, his movement back there, how do you feel about what you've seen so far?
Dan, I think one thing that the Blue Jays as an organization wanted from their catchers was the catchers to sit more in the middle of the plate. Give the pitchers a bigger target in the strike zone, and he's done that. He goes down on one knee as well, and he's much more mobile than he was last year when we saw him in September. So far, so good in my mind.
3-2, lifted in the air to left center field, not deep. Who wants it? It'll be Gurriel in front of Grichuk to make the grab. 2 down.
Take on any
Home Hardware commercial currently. Home Hardware Building Center.
Noon in the Bronx, the Blue Jays with an early 3-0 lead up here at Randall Grichuk. And TJ Zoik and Alejandro Kirk working well together, each of them making his first appearance of the season. Then Frazier is the batter now as he takes low ball 1. Frazier sliding over to right field today. Judge DHing, Gardner at left, Stanton out of the lineup. Frazier's really become a rock-solid, everyday option right now for Aaron Boone and the Yankees, whether it's in left field or right field, as he takes down an in-ball 2.
Yeah, he came in motivated to play every day, and he's done a nice job. You remember a couple of years ago in spring training, he banged his head on the fence down in Tampa during spring training, got a concussion, and that really slowed him down for the whole year. And last year he started in the minors, but came up and finished up strong.
At bat.
2-0 right down the middle for a strike, 2-1.
Frazier wished he'd have swung at that pitch right down the middle. He's got a lot of power. Last year, Frazier had 8 home runs, drove in 26.
2-1 and a strike called over the inside corner. 2-2. Feels like Zoik is crossing up these hitters a little bit, maybe throwing more cutters and not as many sinkers as they're expecting.
Yeah, and they've been a little off stride throughout this series. We've seen some very awkward swings from the Yankee hitters.
2-2, and he got him. A slider took a little bit more off. Frazier down to a knee as he swings and misses. And
Yankees strike out. Coming up next is the top of the 3rd, and Toronto will be at bat. Godzilla versus Kong. I'm not gonna watch Godzilla vs. Kong. There's other movies that I'd rather see. Also, let's see. This has been too long. And I want Hustlers on Netflix. Please. Coming soon. Headspace. No. Total Drama Island. Ooh, new seasons are coming. Godzilla King of the Monsters is apparently coming to Netflix. For us. Okay. Where's... They don't freaking have it! No, I don't want to watch Dangerous Lies, whatever that is. Hustlers is a great movie. And I would love to watch it again because I've seen it in theaters with my friends and it was really good. But no. Netflix doesn't have it. I mean, it's been over a year.
When he's been healthy.
Usually it takes a while for big movies to come to our Canadian Netflix.
I don't think anybody on the Blue Jays side of thing is worried about the continued development of Bo Bichette. He's got the work ethic, and as Hazel said, Buck, he's got the drive to be the best player that he can be.
Well, he sure does. And in Hazel's earlier report about Bo appreciating Vladdy confessing to his team that he was out of shape, and Bo saying, yeah, that's a pretty mature approach. Now, you got a 23-year-old telling a 22-year-old, yeah, you're pretty grown up for your age.
Herman out in front, no balls, 2 strikes, and a check swing foul off by Bichette on a ball down and away as he hangs in there at 0-2. But it's funny, in such a short period of time, whether it's Bo and Vladimir Guerrero or Biggio, who's 25, the younger players seem to be taking more and more of an ownership stake in the clubhouse. And again, we're not physically with them, so it's hard for us to gather in, the vibe and all that information like we normally do. But it feels like the young guys have a very important piece of the clubhouse and the culture on this team as well. 1-2 on the way. Big swing and a foul back there by Bichette.
Well, the young guys were given that freedom by the manager. When they came up, Charlie Montoya told them all, you guys were leaders in the minors. I want you to be leaders in the majors as well. And boy, that really frees up a young player. Feels like they can be themselves, and because of that, you get their best work.
1-2, just up and away. Bichette takes a close pitch, and it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes. I think this year, too, the young players come in knowing that a lot is expected of them and needed of them on a team expected to contend as Bichette drives it deep center, but not quite deep enough.
Yikes.
Edge of the track, almost 400 feet away. Hicks makes the catch, 1 down.
Another 2-strike approach by Bichette, and that's why he wasn't able to hit it out of the ballpark. He cuts down his swing a little bit with 2 strikes. He's still got the barrel on the ball, but Aaron Hicks, who's such a great center fielder, turned immediately and made an easy play of it, shot the warning track in center.
So good contact there by Bichette, but it's the first out in the top of the 3rd. And now Teoscar Hernandez, who struck out against Herman in the 1st inning, chased a breaking ball down and away. Now takes a fastball up high for ball 1. Blue Jays winning on opening day 3-2 in 10 innings. The Yankees winning 5-3 yesterday. And the Blue Jays out to an early lead here today as Herman misses outside, ball 2.
Herman and Sanchez played on the same winter ball team this past winter. Another good example of a couple of guys coming off seasons where they didn't play in Herman's case, and Sanchez had a bad season in his place. He went down to winter ball and said, you know what, I need to get my game. So you can see they've got a pretty strong rapport being teammates in winter ball.
I got it.
3-0 green light for Teoscar, and he fouls it off 3-1. How many years did you play winter ball in your playing career?
6.
Wow.
after I was in the majors. I was never an everyday player, so I had to go down and make up for all the at-bats in winter ball, but I loved it.
3-1 on the way, and Hernandez got under it, skies it to shallow left. Torres gets called off by Gardner, who comes in with the sunglasses down and makes the catch for out number 2.
Damn, second out.
Yeah, we talked about Brett Gardner being the veteran in left field. In these day games, the sun is a real problem, and if anything hit the left side, so he called off the shortstop, and the outfielder made a much easier play of it.
So here's Vladdy, who played a little winter ball himself, I think about 9 games worth this past winter, and had just a terrific swing in the second inning, launching his first home run of the season, sent it about 7-8 rows deep to the opposite field. As he takes a breaking ball down and away in the dirt, ball 1. You know, it's funny, last year, Buck, Guerrero was one of the few players in baseball who played in all 60 games. He didn't start all 60, but he played in all 60 games, most at first, some DH, then he would come in some of the others. And we all know the Blue Jays prioritize the occasional rest day. They want to keep people fresh and healthy, but I think some guys, Hernandez being one, Guerrero being another, they're not going to want to come out of the lineup at all. Ground ball pass, and it skips past Bruce, so Guerrero will be safe at first.
Boy, there's another error by the shortstop, Gleyber Torres, and this has been an issue with the Yankees, and he's tentative. Look how he takes his time. He knows Guerrero doesn't run well, but he kind of guides it over to first and handcuffs the first baseman, Jay Bruce, instead of gunning it across the diamond on the fly. And look at the movement. There's a lot of sink on that fastball he threw across the diamond, but he was thinking about it the whole way. Make a good throw, make a good throw, make a good throw. When you think like that, you're going to throw it away.
And it appears that has been scored an error from what we see on the scoreboard at Yankee Stadium. No official word yet. We'll get it to you when we can, as Gurriel gets way out in front of the first pitch that he sees and fouls it into the second deck, deep down the left field line.
Foul.
So for now, if you're scoring the game at home, score it in pencil, but it looks like an E6. And the Blue Jays have a runner on with 2 down for Gurriel, who had a base hit and scored his first time up. Throw to first and back in easily is Guerrero. Boy, Jay Bruce, you know, it's interesting, that shot of Guerrero and Bruce, 2 guys, neither of whom came up as a first baseman. They're at very different stages of their careers, but for different reasons. They're both primarily first basemen now, and there is a learning curve at the position. 0-1 is upstairs. Bruce, of course, Buck, an outfielder for many, many years, but he's only played about 50 games at first base in the big leagues.
Yeah, there's so many things going on over at first base. Everybody thinks you can just put a slug over there, but you got to get back to the base, and then the ball sinks on you, and you get a throw from the infield. All kinds of things going on. You got to know how far to range to your right. Lots of things that you have to think about instinctively.
1-1 to Gurriel. Swing and a miss. Boy, he got a curveball right over the heart of the plate.
Yeah, I know I have to put one up.
And came up empty. Maybe just went after it with a little bit too big of a swing
Well,
there.
let's see here.
He's going to be thinking about that one on the plane flight down to Texas.
Unless he gets another one and does something different with it right here. That was as hittable.
What?
Take a post for it on community.
Okay.
Down 1-2 on the way, and he lays off a high fastball. Snap throw down to first. Guerrero back in standing up.
What?
When you make the community post, make sure you put members only.
Yeah.
Base top of the third, 2 down, Guerrero at first. And a 2-2 count as Bruce holds on Guerrero. 2-2 count on Gurriel with Grichuk on deck. The set by Herman. Pitch on the way, and another curveball. That one a little more up, a little more in, and it's fouled back by Gurriel.
Yeah, Gurriel won't miss these pitches very often, but he's had 2 very hittable breaking balls in this at bat against Herman. He's hit so well against New York over the last couple of seasons. I'm a bit surprised he didn't score up either one of those pitches.
Let's see if he gets one more he can do something with. 2-2, that one's outside, and a full count. So
What?
You can make a community tab right on your phone.
Yeah, I could, but I have to unprivate it on this.
Oh, I thought you said you did that.
Oh, no, I'm about to. I'm trying to figure out what video to put up. There's so many. Holy crap.
Healthy lead, and will be off and running with the pitch. Runner goes, and the 3-2 swung on, hit in the air to center, charging Hicks, still coming on, reaches down, and makes a running backhanded catch. Boy, tricky play on a sinking liner, but a nice grab made by Hicks in the blue.
I don't believe what you know and never let go. You know things aren't always what they seem. Said I'll never let you go, and I never did. I don't know what started happening, but like I had this little like red dot on my stomach, and I was like, ooh, it hurts whenever I touch it. And then I was like, what the frig is that? And I took my tweezers and I think I pulled glass out of my abdomen. If you're wondering, Molly, how did you get glass in your ab? Fantastic question. And I don't have an answer for you why or how. And I pulled it and I was like, is that glass? It might have been like a little chip of glass or something. I don't freaking know. I'm just randomly playing with glass, so like, doubt that, but like, I don't know where it came from. I was just like, alright. Cool, I guess. Because it kept hurting. I was like, why is it pinching? Molly. Yankees at bat now.
This series as the first pitch to Gio
Bottom of the
Urshela
third.
is fouled off third base side. And what do you get? If you could, if the Jays could win this game, Buck, take 2 out of 3, get on the plane, head down to Arlington, they'd be feeling pretty good about themselves getting ready for that series against the Rangers.
I just posted a new members only video.
That's a very legitimate goal. Just win the series, and if you
It was uploaded like 2 months ago. You guys can see, like, anybody here who's a member, you can see the date when it was uploaded. It says 2 months ago it was uploaded, but we haven't put it up, like unprivated it until now.
Right now, as Zoik misses high to Urshela, and you can't assume anything, obviously, but if the Blue Jays are going to have the kind of season that they hope to have, they've got to beat up on the weaker teams as much as they can and then hold their own with the stronger teams, trying to do that here with the Yankees. Strike taken, and it's 1-2.
Hi, Cassandra!
The Blue Jays will send
How you doing,
Steven
Cassandra?
Matz to the mound tomorrow afternoon. Make note of the start time.
I got some
It is a
Pepsi.
4:05 Eastern time start
Guys, I
time
got some
tomorrow.
Pepsi.
Steven Matz will oppose Mike Fultonevich of the Rangers.
Some Pepsi.
And then Tanner Roark will start Tuesday
Try
night,
it.
and
There
then it's
we
a
go.
day
Put it
game
against my
Wednesday,
skin. It's
2
not that
o'clock
bad.
Eastern
There
time.
we
It'll be
go.
Hyun-Jin Ryu back around
See, I
for
got
his second
some-
start of the
I
season.
got some Pepsi.
A lot of people interested to see Steven Matz get out there on the mound in a regular season game for the Jays. 2-2 swung on, grounded to short. 2 steps to his right. Bichette up with it and on to first. 1 down.
Yeah, usually don't do that. Usually I go
right there as he
and
throws
I
out
freaking rip it
Urshela.
open with my tape.
And we mentioned with Zoik on the mound, he's throwing strikes
I
early
do
in
that
the
when I'm
count.
drinking.
You got to be on your toes on the infield. You're going to get a lot of action with him on the mound.
I'm
And
doing
it's
alright.
one of the things,
I'm
and,
doing
and Charlie
alright.
Montoya's
Holy,
alluded to it,
this is
Pete
good.
Walker has alluded to it in terms of the defense behind the pitching. You might want your defense a little bit different with Ryu or Zoik on the mound than, say, a fly ball pitcher in terms
thought it
of
was just
giving
gonna be
a guy
regular
a day
Pepsi.
off or moving this guy to a less comfortable position.
I thought the throwback
So
was
a
just
lot
the
will be
can.
considered.
I thought
It's
just the
not
can was
always
the
as simple
throwback,
as,
but the
well, this
actual
guy
drink
doesn't
itself
match up
is
well
too.
with that
Wait,
pitcher,
what?
so we'll give him a day off. The defense is going to be a major focal
That's so
point
smooth.
for the Blue Jays this year as Brett Gardner steps in and the count is now 1-1.
Unless
Yeah,
I'm just dumb.
defense has got to be better than it was last year with the addition of Springer and Simeon once George gets back on the active
I
roster.
thought it was just a different can, but it was the same stuff inside. No, it's a different.
Popped up foul back of the plate. Kirk having a look
I like
at it
it.
way back into the seats, and
It's
the
good.
bullpen going again today. Michael King is now up in the bullpen for the Yankees, and that suggests that maybe Domingo Germán is done and that King is going to come in to face the Blue Jays in the top of the fourth.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he is going to come into the ball game.
1-2, and Squid the other way, and with the shift on, only Bichette's over there, and nothing he could do but pick it up on the outfield grass, and that'll go as a base hit for Brett Gardner.
Yeah, this one is
Doing
cued right
all
on the
right.
end of the bat, and you can see no chance for Bo to make a play. He's just got to keep it on the infield to keep Gardner from going to second, and he does that. Just a little sinker down and away, and then Gardner put the bat on the ball, and Bo gloves it to keep Gardner
My
in
voice
that
cracks.
double play situation.
So back around to the top of the order now for DJ LeMahieu. Blue Jays playing straight up on the infield, around to the opposite field in the outfield. He hits the ball to right field a ton, and he does it right here for a base hit. Boy, just kind of classic DJ LeMahieu right there with the inside-out swing. He singles to right, Gardner up to second on the play.
That is a beautiful swing, and that's how you win 2 batting titles. As LeMahieu gets that inside pitch, and he keeps his hands so close to his body that the barrel can get on the baseball, and he hits it sharply into the outfield and right. I mean, he is a classic hitter, man. He can hit the ball wherever it's pitched, but his career has really taken off since he's come to New York.
And now
Landon!
here's Aaron Judge coming up with
How
a
you
couple.
doing?
Judge hit the ball
What's going
hard
on,
the
Landon?
first time, but a leaping Simeon made a great catch out at second base.
Nothing much, just vibing.
So I can look back at the first
What are you doing,
pitch,
Landon? What's
gets
up?
a call on the inside corner, and it's 0-1. And this is where if you're Zoik and you're a sinker ball guy, you'd love to get a ball on the ground, hit at somebody, a chance to turn 2. This is where being that 2-seamer kind of guy can work in your favor if you can get some weak contact on the ground. 0-1 on the way to Judge, and a swing and a ground ball to second. Simeon the flip. Bichette spins it.
Woo!
And they turn the double play. Oh, what a
Beautiful.
play by Bo Bichette at the bag. It's
Absolutely beautiful play by Blue Jays. Yankees got the ball away. Got it. Got out the guy who was running to second. They got out the guy out first. Beautiful. To get 2 outs. It is after this commercial break. We are going to be at the top of the 4th. Double play. Yeah, beautiful. About to watch the Dodgers game in about an hour. Nice, Landon. Nice. I was watching the Blue Jays game. No shit. That's me. I'm watching the Blue Jays game. If it wasn't obvious by the title and you clicking on this video and the Blue Jays stuff everywhere on the screen and me wearing a Blue Jays, if it wasn't obvious, that's what I'm doing. Cheers. We are 2-1 on the season. Ooh, nice. This retro Pepsi, I thought was just going to be like, I thought this throwback Pepsi was just the can that changed. I was fooled. Not just the can changed, but it's the flavor too. I thought they just did the can throwback, but it's the flavor throwback too, which is nice. Also, I'm craving a chocolate bar, but we're having like a big dinner tonight. I'm gonna have to have like a single burger because that's a lot. That's a lot of meat. I don't think I can eat that much. Where's my glasses? There they are. I don't think I can eat that much. We'll be a hundo with you. Guerrero Jr. They're showing Guerrero Jr. Right now, that man just popped up out of nowhere. I had no idea that man was there. They're just this man that just like went, boop. It just popped up. I was like, oh, I didn't know there was even someone there.
Day of spring training. He's been anxious to get comfortable there.
How's everyone doing today? I hope
Yankees'
everyone's doing
right-hander
well.
Michael
Hi,
King
Tripper.
making his first appearance of the season.
Come here.
Made
Come
9
say hi to
appearances,
everybody.
5 in relief, 4 starts for the
Come
Yankees
on.
last year.
Come
He's
here.
a spot
Come
starter,
here, Tripper.
long man out of the bullpen. So
my little
Herman is
blind
done
girl.
after
Come
3. And King will face Randall
Come on.
Grichuk to begin the top
Pat,
of the
pat,
4th.
pat, pat,
Grichuk
pat. Come here.
homering his first time
There
up.
you are.
And a fastball.
Come say
down
hi to
the way at
everybody.
94 for ball 1. Grichuk, Panic,
Hi.
and Kirk, 7, 8, 9.
Dice roll.
In Charlie Montoyo's Blue Jay lineup this afternoon.
Oh, sorry.
1-0 on the way. That's outside again. Ball 2.
Randall had a terrific at-bat his first time up. He got behind 1-2 and fouled off a couple of tough pitches from Herman, and then got a hanging changeup and knocked it out of the ballpark.
Dice
2-0
roll.
on the way, and another miss by King.
That's my
He's
cat.
fallen behind
If it
3-0
wasn't
the
obvious,
first
that's my
batter he's
cat.
facing here.
No shit, it was my cat. I mean, some people might just be listening. I just showed my cat.
You know, the life of a guy in this kind of a role, you never know from day to day when you're going to come in, but chances are you're going to come in when it didn't go
Here, I'm
great for
gonna
the
go down
starter.
this way, okay,
As he
bud?
misses high, ball
I got
4,
you. Mommy
and being
holds you.
asked to soak up some
Mommy's
innings.
protecting
Domingo
you.
Herman going 3 innings in his season debut.
Oop, we gotta mute that because it's copyright. Hey, bud. What? My shirt. A chip. Oh, hi. I'm just trying to get a chip off my. There we go.
He had that 18-win
There was
season.
copyright music, so whenever there's copyright music or a commercial,
So Grichuk at first. Here's Joe Panic. DHing, hitting in the 8th spot, getting his second
mute
in
it.
out of the game. And he takes a strike at the belt, 0-1.
shut window and living
Panic
room if you
struck out
didn't
his
already.
first
I didn't even know
time.
it was open. Okay.
The third baseman, Urshela, is well off the
Joe
line,
Panic.
but even with a
Panic.
bat playing in on
Me.
the edge of the grass.
Panic.
Middle
Always.
infielders are at
Joe
double play
Panic.
depth. And the outfielders playing Panic slightly around to the opposite field.
At bat. Ooh, pardon me.
Grichuk
Hi,
the lead.
Tripper.
And a swing and a liner into left. A base hit for Panic. Good contact there. Grichuk up to second on the play.
Nice. First and second.
And here comes
Players at first and second. Third is an open base. Mitch, what a grand slam. I've never seen a grand slam before. I've seen like highlight videos, but I haven't actually like seen it, you know, like when I'm watching live.
17 OPS, and he hits the ball wherever it's pitched. 2 of his home runs in spring training went right down the right field line, and they weren't bloopers, they were line drives out of the ballpark.
2 on, nobody out. The Blue Jays threatening again here in the 4th inning. First pitch swinging, and it's foul down the right field line. And you could even see from that swing there, Buck, how a lot of the balls that he hits do go to the opposite field.
Yeah, and early in spring training, our partner Pat Tabler asked Alejandro, who do you talk to when you get in a jam as a hitter? He says, I don't talk to anybody, I know myself.
Alejandro
and he makes
Kirk?
adjustments on the fly.
Is that bat?
And again, had never played above A ball before he came to the big leagues last year. Ooh, he took a
Michael
fastball
King
down the middle for a
is
strike, and it's
pitching
0-2.
for the Yankees. Oh,
But as we mentioned, a tough guy to strike out, an outstanding
on
contact
IDC I used to
hitter.
say Alejandro Son. Didn't know Jace have an
And not
Alejandro
afraid
on
to
the
hit with 2
roster.
strikes in
Yeah.
518 lifetime
Alejandro.
minor league at bats. He
Oh my
only
gosh,
struck
you
out
actually used the
60
that's
times, 89
hilarious.
times.
Oh my gosh.
The 0-2, and he slashes it foul down the right
That was
field
just
line.
coincidence. I love that. Hi,
And,
honey.
and Buck, you talked about the direction in which
Yeah, you
his
can
hits
lay
have
there.
gone, and
You can
obviously
lay
there have
wherever you
only been
want, my
9 of
love.
them in the big leagues,
Yes.
but the majority of them, or a good percentage of them, going to the opposite
Yes,
field.
baby, you can lay wherever you
Yeah,
want to.
his sole big
Wherever
league
you
home
wanna
run was
lay,
to
you
right
can lay.
field off Chad Green, a hard-throwing Yankee reliever. and
Except for on my face,
he's
'cause I know
comfortable
you really
hitting
like
with 2
doing.
strikes. He'll hit the ball all over the diamond,
Then I can't
and
breathe, bud.
he will protect that strike zone.
And if his heart's racing, he sure hides it well. We didn't see any of that last year. Remember, he started the first playoff game against Tampa Bay as well. He was the DH in that game for the Blue Jays. The 0-2, and he has popped it up into right field. Frazier coming over near the line, makes the catch. And Grichuk had gone about 20-25 feet off the bag and retreats to second, gets the ball back into the infield.
That was breaking ball right there, and Kirk hit it into right field. No chance for the runners to move up as Frazier moves over from left to right to play in this game. So King gets the first out of his first inning.
And back around at the top of the order for Marcus Semien, who is 0 for 2, a fly ball, and he's reached on a fielder's choice.
You make my heart so happy.
Grichuk at second, Panik at first, one out now, with the Blue Jays up 3-0 in the top of the fourth.
Oh, baby.
Trying to take 2 out of 3 from the Yankees in this season opening series. King a long look back from Grichuk and eventually decided he didn't like what he saw and he steps off. Grichuk back to the safety of the bat.
Sanchez. Yeah, Sanchez is giving him the signs with the runner at second, and King wasn't real sure, so he stepped off to go through another sequence of signs.
Now ready to go again, still thinking about Grichuk out at second as the first pitch to Semien is low, ball 1, and a little bit by Sanchez, but it didn't bounce far enough away for Grichuk to have a go at third base.
If you're a base runner for the Blue Jays, you better anticipate a ball getting away from Sanchez, and that was just a fastball clanked off his catcher's mitt. But you have to be thinking about gaining 90 feet every time there's a pitch thrown to the plate, whether it's in the dirt or not.
1-0, pitch to Semien. Down and away again, ball 2. Not that bad of a pitch, but there's a lot of movement behind the plate
at bat.
for Gary Sanchez.
Everybody, welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. I'm your host, Molly. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up button on your way in. Subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the bell for notifications. I'm going to be live next week with the Blue Jays versus...
No, he's not real smooth.
LA game?
Always trying to
Dodgers?
get better, and they brought a catching coach in last year from Minnesota to try to help him improve. But
next Sunday, same time, 1 p.m.
I
will be live.
Shift on for the Yankees. 3 on the left side of second base. And King gets a borderline pitch called his way on the outside corner. 2-1 now on Semien.
Top of the fourth. Toronto with only 1 out.
Sanchez is back in the lineup, and there's no other place for him to play, especially with Stanton serving as the DH most of the time.
Boy, and King steps off again. He's really got Randall Grichuk on his mind out at second base, as if he is fearful of Grichuk maybe trying to steal third or something here. He has stepped off 2 or 3 times in this at bat. Settling back on the rubber, and now the 2-1, and a swing and a ball lined foul down the right side. 2-2 on Marcus Semien.
Semien stayed on that ball pretty well. It was maybe a ball outside, but it looked like he was looking for something away because he was able to get to it so easily.
Blue Jays try to extend their lead here in the 4th inning. Now the second baseman LeMahieu's come around back to the right side of second base just a bit. The 2-2, and Semien shoots the ball to right field, but Frazier is over to make the catch. Throw back into second, but Grichuk slides back in safely. 2 down.
Another good at bat by Blue Jays hitter. Semien hits it hard right on the line to right field, but Frazier is there to make the play. Grichuk was very aggressive off second base, and Frazier comes up throwing, but Randall's able to slide back in ahead of the throw safely. Randall thought that ball had a chance to get down in front of Frazier, but it carried all the way out to the...
This is some nice lumbar
running
support.
with his head up, was able to get back to the bag easily.
I didn't mean to put that up that high.
So 2 down now for Kevin Abigio. A couple of fly ball outs so far today. And a little bit of low ball 1, and that pitch again, another example, and King missed his spot, but another example of where there's just a lot of movement back there by Sanchez as he tries to frame these pitches.
Yeah, an umpire wants a real quiet catcher where he can really focus on the baseball.
Swing and a miss. Biggio swinging over the top of a changeup, 1-1. Is part of it, Buck, that Sanchez is a big guy? Is this kind of thing harder for a big catcher than it is for a smaller guy?
Yes, absolutely it is, and it's something that he just has to focus, and that's why he's gone down to one knee, trying to get down.
Call at the knees there, and it's 1-2.
But even when he catches that low strike, there's still a lot of movement, not only in his glove, but in his whole body. Watch how his body moves. Everything is kind of moving for Sanchez, and it's not a real solid picture for the umpire.
King trying to get out of this. The first two men reach for the Blue Jays here in the fourth. And now a couple of outs and a 1-2 count on Biggio. Runners going.
Sorry, my inner thigh was
bounced
itchy.
to first. I think we got catcher's interference. Biggio looked back right away towards the plate, and it appears that it has been called. And that'll be an error charge to Sanchez. No time at bat for Biggio, and there's another aspect
error
of catching. Reach that.
So now all bases are loaded.
Clip Biggio's bat, and that'll keep the inning alive.
He reaches for the ball, and Biggio's bat hit the catcher's mitt, and Sanchez knew it right away. So did Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire. And when you reach for that ball, and this gets back to framing in my mind, where catchers are so conscious of framing the ball, I'm going to give you a real good look at it, and he reaches out too far. Biggio makes contact. He reaches base. It's another error on Sanchez, his second already in just 3 games.
So the inning continues, and now the bases are loaded for Bo Bichette, who looks at a fastball in for a strike. You know, it was interesting too, Buck, is that the runners were going on that pitch. That Grichuk and Panic were on the move. 0-1 the count on to Bichette. Trying to make the Yankees pay for that error. He fouls one off right side. It's 0-2.
You know, I think the reason the Blue Jays were running in that situation is because King was so preoccupied with
Let's get a grand
the base
slam,
runners.
let's go.
He was stepping off, taking a lot of time, and they figured, well, if he's that worried about us, we're going to go ahead and run. And they were on the move.
Now can they capitalize? Bichette in an 0-2 hole. Big cut and a foul off. Boy, I mean, I know he keeps the foot down and it's a 2-strike approach, but that's still a hard swing. But that's who Bo Bichette is, right? He's been very successful with this kind of style.
He has so much rotational strength that even though he doesn't have that high leg kick with 2 strikes, he really rotates through the baseball and can get a lot going.
Again, the 0-2, and it's outside by about 3 inches. 96-mile-an-hour fastball. King took a couple of steps toward the first base dugout, but he doesn't get the call.
Well, and again, Sanchez with a lot of movement with the glove, it's a red flag to the umpire that Sanchez felt it might be off the plate, so I'm going to pull it back over the strike zone.
Bases loaded, 2 down. Bichette the batter. 1-2 pitch. Chop to the right side. Big hop for Bruce to the bag himself. And the Blue Jays will leave the bases loaded. Take a 3-0 lead to the bottom of the 4th.
Damn. Taking a 3-0 lead at the bottom of the 4th. Going into the bottom of the 4th now. And New York will be at bat. Doing today. Hope everyone's doing well. Ooh. Don't mind me, I gotta. Ooh. It's tight right there. Can y'all see that? Right there? Oh, right there. It's all freaking so tight. Don't mind me. It'd be so freaking cool to go there. I would love to go to New York. At least once in my life.
Plus, it was 72 degrees where you were, Buck, inside, and 72 degrees where I was inside. But it looks like you could do a lot worse for early April in the Bronx than the weather the Blue Jays and Yankees have had for the most part.
Beautiful Easter Sunday for sure, and everybody looks like they're having a good time there. As many people as they could get into the ballpark.
Before I get in trouble, that's 22 Celsius. We'll give it both ways. So. Bottom of the fourth, 3-0 Blue Jays, and a strike taken by Aaron Hicks. It's now 1-1, as TJ Zoik will face the 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Hicks, Torres, and Bruce. Again, no Stanton, so the Yankee lineup looks a little bit different today, still potent. But a number of guys moving up a spot in the order, and Zoik has looked very comfortable so far. There's a changeup swung on, grounded foul up the first baseline. Nice play by Vladdy, but the ball is foul. It's 1-2.
Aaron Hicks has reached base in 35 consecutive games against the Blue Jays. And yeah, Dan talked about the fact he didn't have many hits in this series, but boy, he knows how to get on base against the Jays. Thought he did a good job going after that ball. That was possibly an extra base hit had it been fair, but he stayed with it and then made a good throw to Zoik. But it was all a moot point as it was foul. But Vladdy's moving around real well at first.
Hicks grounding out his first time up today. 1-2 from Zoik, right in on his hands with that cutter, and it's fouled off. And Zoik continues to use the cutter often and to use it effectively today against these Yankee hitters.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a new wrinkle. He's cutting the ball in on the lefties, and he's using the slider to the righties, and the sinker, obviously, that's his bread and butter pitch. And he's thrown a couple of changeups early in this game as well. So far, so good for TJ.
1-2. That's a changeup that floats down and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Zoik has thrown 47 pitches so far, 22 of them sinkers, 15 of them cutters, 7 sliders, and that was his 3rd changeup. So a nice mix for a guy who needs to mix. The 2-2 swung on, popped up, shallow right, Simeon back, called off by Hernandez.
Cassandra Abdul came on star. Went to play basketball yesterday. Came up to one of
this is a wonderful story.
That's happened to me before. I like overexerted myself, and it was awful. Also, to be careful if you get like heat stroke or sunstroke. That stuff is the worst. I get heat stroke super easily too. So I just have to be super careful.
Buck, that's going to be a name and a very fun name for us to say, it looks like, over the next number of years.
We saw him a lot in spring training. He had 5 home runs and had 11 RBIs in spring training for Detroit.
Gleyber Torres sends one to center, fairly deep, but Grichuk back, just shy of the track.
Baby girl,
Makes the
you're
grab,
so
2
little
down.
and precious, my goodness.
With Badu, and I agree with you. Don't you love that name? Akil Badu came over from the Twins as a Rule 5 player. And before this season, he had only had 2 spring training at-bats with the Twins. 1 in 18, 1 in 19. And then this spring, they gave him a great opportunity at 325. And I think he hit that home run on the first pitch.
He did, yep. Boy, there have been some really interesting stories and goings-on in baseball in the first few days. Yermin Mercedes, we talked about him yesterday. The White Sox went 5 for 5 2 days ago for his first 5 hits of his big league career. And then he got hits in his first 3 at-bats yesterday. So he started the season 8 for 8. The first time since 1900 that a player had done that. Jay Bruce is swinging a foul off 1-1s. And then he made it out in his last at-bat. But when he comes up today for the first time, Buck, he'll look up at the scoreboard, and his batting average will be .889. He is 8 for 9 on the season.
889. More hits than the Braves have in 2 games. The Braves had 8 hits. He had 8 hits himself. The Braves went 8 for 65 in the first 2 games.
Alejandro Kirk checking the information as they get ready for this 2-1 pitch to Jay Bruce. And it comes in low, bounces in, ball 3. Blue Jays up 3-0, bottom of the 4th, 2 down.
That man just grabbed the ball out of midair, I swear to you. Where did that ball come from? What the
Walk
frick?
and consider his options here, having fallen behind a
The
veteran
man behind the back
reverse.
catcher just went. I freaking just had a
Bruce
ball.
hit
What,
a
what in the
breaking
name of
ball into
Houdini was
right
that?
field for a single
Oh, he
his
has it in his
first time up.
pocket. All I saw was.
Swing and a miss, and it's 3-2.
I was like, what?
That pitch right there
That
at
tripped me out. I was
92, he
like-
just kind of backed off that sinker ball and got a little more movement on
Where
it
did
to
that ball
run
come
it to a 3-2 count.
Nods in agreement with Kirk, getting the sign that he wants. 3-2, a swing and a bouncer, foul at the plate, scooped up by Kirk, but just back of the plate. And Kirk does look, again, a little bit, as you say, a little bit more agile.
You know, I wasn't feeling
and
too
nimble.
great. Oof. That'd be awful.
Having lost some weight in the offseason, he does look like he's moving around pretty well behind the plate.
Especially
Yeah,
when
when
you do
you
stuff
see
like
him
that,
all
you gotta
spring,
have
he's
lots
much
of
quicker
water.
behind the plate. He's made some good throws. Last year, he was about 265.
Again, the 3-2, and he missed with that backdoor slider for ball 4. Bruce aboard with a 2-out walk here in the Yankee fourth.
That's one thing the Blue Jays are going to have to avoid. They just can't continue to walk batters. They've walked entirely too many. 12 in the first 2 games of this series. It's the first walk issued by Zoik, but you're asking for trouble with this Yankee lineup when you put runners on with base on balls.
A huge focal point during the spring, and it went very well during spring training. 6 walks, as Buck mentioned, in each of the first 2 games, and Rafael Dolis walked 3 in his 2/3 of an inning yesterday. 2 of them came in to score in what was a 2-run game, so that's how badly the walks hurt the Blue Jays yesterday. Gary Sanchez, the batter now for the Yankees. But we're dealing with small sample sizes right now, this being just the 3rd game of a 162-game season. Runner at first, 2 down, 1-0 to Sanchez over the outside corner for a strike, 1-1.
Zoik has been down in the zone early on in this ball game, and that fastball, that one came back to catch the
Tripper,
outside
honey.
corner. But his misses
You're
have
trying
been
to
in
get
good
comfortable.
spots.
Aww.
1-1 on the way. And a little bit low, ball 2. Kirk sneaking a couple of peeks down towards first. Bruce isn't going anywhere.
I love when cats
Blue Jays
do
are
that.
playing in the
When they
shift.
tuck their little
Simeon's come around
paws
to the
into
left of second
themselves. They're
base, so
just
playing more
chilling.
in
Ah,
a
so
shortstop
cute.
position, which of course he is accustomed
Oh my
to.
goodness, she does
As
that. She
David
tucks her little
Phelps
paws
has
in.
now
She's
gotten
like-
up and started to
like,
throw in the
whoop.
bullpen for the Blue Jays.
Lord, you are so
2-1 just
precious.
low for ball 3.
And that was a slider with a little more depth. And with Phelps warming up, Zoik has thrown 61 pitches. And that walk with 2 outs forced Phelps to get ready right now.
So we don't know if there's a pitch count or something like that, a number the Blue Jays don't want to exceed today with Zoik. 3-1, a swing and a miss, 3-2. And everybody knows about the 3rd time through the order thing, and it's getting down near the bottom of the order the 2nd time through, but you don't want to, overwork that bullpen too much too early. These are all the things that teams are considering these days. As now everybody, Kirk and Vladimir Guerrero, alerting the infielders that the runner will be on the move here with 2 down at a full count. There goes Bruce, and the pitch swung on and grounded right where Simeon is playing to the left of time. And Sanchez and the Yankees are retired. The Blue Jays leading 3-0 at the end of 4. Time now for a Blue Jays Central update. Here are Jamie and Joe.
Studio powered by the
Boop. I can't play that because that is copyright. Okay.
Boba yesterday. Things can change in a hurry, can't they?
He made the adjustment late yesterday, and we're going to show you in the 8th inning. It was the last play of the day that he made, and the adjustment he made was by coming to get this ball, but really letting it go, not being so tentative as we saw earlier in the day. A good strong throw, and then today the first ball he sees.
I don't want to play too much of that. Don't want to use a copyright. commercial break. But after the commercial break is over, I will turn back on the game audio. I didn't mean to go away like this, but like, okay. It's not what I meant to do, but that's where we're at, so. $50-50, winner takes home 500 grand? $500,000. Dear good God, that's a lot of money. Oh my gosh. $500,000? A lot of money. Holy crap. Damn, if I got half a mil, even $250,000, I get a vehicle. Pay off my student loans. That should be yikes. I'd pay off my student loans. I'd put some of it away and like invest some of it, and then I'd also put some away for like a trip. You know, like I'd want to go on a trip somewhere. Obviously not while COVID's happening, cause like no thanks. But damn. It's a lot of money. It's a whole lot of money. Damn, I was freaking ecstatic when I got this green screen, and y'all helped pay for that. Because of you guys, we have this green screen, by the way. Green screen behind me that you can't see because it's a green screen. Y'all helped pay for that. And y'all also helped pay for, like, the microphone, the camera, the laptop. It's all you guys. You guys all helped with that. Very appreciative of that. Because in fact, I was so freaking hyped for all like that stuff. If I got that much money, I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I would be like, what do I do with it? I would be like, okay. Like the most money I've seen at like one time is like maybe $2,000. Like in cash. I think it's like the most I've seen. That's it. So I cannot imagine. That'd be a lot of money.
And as we mentioned, there's activity in the Blue Jay bullpen. It's Trent Thornton. So Zoik is done. And Thornton, who's coming back off the surgery on his elbow late last season, not fully stretched out enough to be a starter, but pitched very well in the spring, and he has made the team as a multi-inning reliever, a guy who can go out there and maybe give him 2 or 3 innings in this kind of a situation. I thought they might stick with Zoik maybe for 1 more inning. He's not yet through the order the second time, as Guerrero's called out on strikes.
First strikeout.
We will see Trent Thornton's season debut in the next half inning.
For him. Thornton.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought they might have put
Guerrero,
the bottom third of the lineup
Guerrero.
as you look at this breaking ball, and Guerrero's caught looking at strike 3. But it was Frazier, Urshela, and Gardner, the scheduled batters for the Yankees in the bottom of the 5th, and I thought Zoik might have gotten that part of the order, but that's not going to happen.
So 2 down here at the top of the 5th. Jays up 3-0 as Lourdes Gurriel takes a strike. Gurriel with a base hit and a fly ball to center field. And the next pitch swung on and missed, 0-2. And King is coming right after him right now. So Zoik goes 4 innings today, does not allow a run. Pitched well, had some men on base, but made the pitches he had to make. Got 1 big double play behind him. And certainly fulfilled his end of the bargain this afternoon in his season debut. The 0-2 and upstairs.
Yeah, this time of the year, obviously, everybody's going to err on the side of caution. So with that, the Blue Jays are going to take him out of the game after 4 good innings with the lead, 3-0.
1-2 to Gurriel. Jams him a bit, and a fly ball to right center, carrying back to the warning track where Frazier hauls it in. And the Blue Jays go 1-2-3 to the bottom of the 5th, 3-0.
We're going to the bottom of the 5th now, because at the top of the 5th, Toronto just kept striking out. We've got 3, so like, that's good. La musica, if it will work. Possibly, maybe. Ooh, pizza. Yum! Oh, frozen pizza. I mean, it's Giuseppe though. Giuseppe's pizza. I don't know what this song is, by the way. I've never heard it before. From December 2020. I don't know. I will be right back. I'm chilly. I'm going to close the door. The door? That's called a window. That's not a door. I mean, I guess it could be a door. If you really wanted it to be. Oh my god. Ugh. Oh, Tripper, honey. Let me open the window a bit for you so you can look outside. My goodness. It's gonna be chilly, though. So if you're like, what the frick are we listening to? I don't know. It's called Breatha. Like breath, but with an A on the end. Breatha? Or it's supposed to be like brother. I don't know.
Yeah, Bluejays had a couple of these in the game yesterday.
I got a sweater.
That nobody's going to get to him. Look at the effort by Frazier. He recognizes it's going to be a tough play for the Bluejays defense, and he busted it out of the box.
I got a sweater, guys, and guess what?
With a bloop double to start the inning.
Guess what?
By Frazier, and watch him coming out
it's
of the
also
box.
Bluejays.
He sees they're not going to get it, and then he really turns it on.
It's actually perfect.
Great job of base running by Clint Frazier.
Oh, this is weird. I never wear light colors.
Bloop double to get things started here at the bottom of the fifth, and now Gio Urshela takes up an in ball one.
I never wear light colors. So
Frazier
like
trying to make something happen. He's at second base with nobody out. Urshela grounded out to short his first time up. And now a swing and a fly ball left center field. Grichuk will make the catch in the alley, tagging it on his way to third, and in there just ahead of the throw is Frazier, who continues to run the bases hard.
Frazier brings it every single day for this Yankee ball club, and we talked about how determined he is to be an everyday player, and he continues to make an impression on his manager. He sees the ball's going to get caught. Judge is right there. It's deep enough for him to advance and then times it perfectly. You saw Simeon standing in his way, trying to block his view of when that ball is caught. Pretty heads-up play by Simeon as well.
Maybe Simeon's one of those serious-looking guys who's like sneaky a prankster, Buck, with what he did, what he tried to do right there to Frazier.
Why does that look Louis Armstrong?
Good base running, though. Runner at third, one out for Brett Gardner. And he takes a strike 0-1. I know there are people saying, hey, you know, you shouldn't point out or you shouldn't have to point out when a guy runs the bases hard because everybody should do it. And yeah, everybody should do it, but not everybody does do it.
I get in my head because watching baseball,
doesn't get
little
to
lines isn't
second
at the
on the
bottom of the
initial
ninth,
play,
but I'm never going to win.
he's still at first. Like, he doesn't go from first to second on that fly ball. Second to third, yeah. So by hustling into second, he really got himself 180 feet, not 90. If he had stopped at first on the bloop, he's still at first now.
Boy, what a great point that is. He's a terrific player, and even though they're down by 3, he could have said, oh man, I got jammed, and just lollygagged it up the line to first, and then the fly ball, all of a sudden it's double play.
Everybody loves on Monster Sports Entertainment. I'm your host Molly. Don't forget to smash that thumbs up and run your way in.
For the Yankees. Blue Jays up 3-0, bottom 5.
I'm going to be live next week with the Toronto versus Dodgers game. Toronto at Dodgers game.
1-2 pitch in the dirt, blocked by Kirk, stays in front of it and keeps Frazier at third.
Great play by Kirk. That ball was well out in front of home plate, and he moved to his right and played it off his chest protector. Never tried to catch it, just knew that he had to get in front of it, and that's the improved quickness we have seen from Kirk all the way throughout spring training. He saved a run for Trent Thornton right there.
Blue Jays will concede a run on a ground ball. The infielders pretty much backed up. They're playing Gardner to pull off Thornton. 2 balls and 2 strikes the count. And a breaking ball grounded to Simeon. And he will make the play on to first as the run will come in to score. And the Yankees are on the board. The Jays now lead 3-1.
The Jays lead 3-1.
Yeah, you might question why
New York
the Blue
getting
Jays
their first
play back with Gardner at the plate and 1 out. Because DJ LeMahieu is the next hitter. With a 3-run lead, you'll concede a run for an out in that situation. Gardner puts the bat on the ball, drives home the run. But now you've got LeMahieu hitting with 2 outs and nobody on. And after that bloop double and a good piece of base running by Frazier, you concede the run, knowing that you'd rather have LeMahieu hitting with 2 outs and nobody on.
He'll take a fastball inside, ball 1. LeMahieu a fly ball to center and a base hit to right. 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors for the Blue Jays. A run on 4 hits, 2 errors committed by the Yankees today. As Thornton's a little bit up and in with the next pitch, and it's 2-0 on LeMahieu. Blue Jays did make a roster move before the game today. They optioned Joel Payamps, who pitched yesterday, down to the alternate site. They officially placed Kirby Yates on the 60-day IL to free up a spot on the 40-man roster. And now in the big leagues with the Blue Jays is veteran left-hander Tommy Malone. The Blue Jays saw with the Orioles last year, a soft-tossing, kind of swing guy, spot starter. And as LeMahieu takes inside ball 4, Malone on the team in case they need some length over the next couple of days. Payamps would be down, and this is the kind of thing we talked about it, Buck. You're going to see at the fringes of rosters for all 30 teams this year. If you've got a guy with options and he pitches and he's out of commission for a couple of days, he can get sent down, and you got to get a fresh arm up just in case.
Yeah, man. Ryu went 5 1/3 in his effort on opening day. Stripling could only manage 3 1/3, so the bullpen has been asked to give him a lot of innings. And once again, Thornton is in the ball game here in the 5th. Bullpen once again asked to give them some depth.
Judge at bat.
Judge missing low with a breaking ball, ball 1. They got a lot of guys down there, and they're going to need them all. Merriweather, Barucki, Romano just kind of walking around. Getting loose, getting ready just in case. The Blue Jays on day 2 of 16 games in 16 consecutive days. And now after ball 2 high, Kirk's going to jog out and have a chat with Thornton.
You see Romano down there. I want to get one of those step counters and put it on Romano and find out how many steps he takes in the course of a game.
Judge.
I mean, he's been wandering around there for 3 days.
For New York at bat.
That's what he does.
every time I see him,
2 outs.
I can't believe that he used to be a starter.
For New York.
I mean, obviously he's got a great arm.
One more out and we go to the top
every
of the
personality trait he has screams late inning reliever. Nothing about him says starter. He can't sit still for 2 minutes between starts.
And it's amazing to watch him work down there as he just paces. He's got his glove on. He's always flipping a baseball in his bare hand. He's fun to watch.
And he's not coming in anytime soon, but he likes to get up and get ready just in case. Meanwhile, it's now 3-0 on Aaron Judge with a runner on, 2 down. And a fastball over the inside corner for a strike, 3-1.
Trent's having a little bit of trouble with the strike zone, obviously having walked DJ LeMay here. He made a good pitch to
you all see
start
those
getting on
videos
Frazier, but Frazier
of the
caught
pitchers
off
getting
and
hit with
dumped
the
it
ball?
into right field for a bloop double.
3-1, same spot, same result, 3-2.
Like the man at bat goes and hits it, and then all of a sudden it goes straight back to the pitcher.
Thornton a lot. This is his 5th
I see this one was one pitcher got hit in the freaking head. I was like, no, And the sound it made, I was like, this is not okay. Please
Ryan
no.
Barucki now starting to throw
Ding,
in the bullpen.
right off of his head. I was like,
And again, the Blue Jays would like
This
some
man.
length out of Trent
and he
Thornton.
was like completely out of it.
3-2, jammed him, well located fastball. Judge fouls it off.
Concussion,
And this
but
may
like,
be if it gets to Jay Bruce,
I was like, that
the
man
left-handed
almost,
batter,
if
2, 3,
I was
or 3
shocked he was
batters
dead.
away,
I was like,
but
there's no way he's
for
not
the Blue
dead.
Jays, what they really want to get out of
And then he
Thornton
just
is
had to
more
get
than 3
concussion.
outs. They want
I
to
was
get
like,
6 outs, maybe even
why
a
did
little
that
bit more
fracture
than
your
that to
skull?
save some of the other guys in the pen.
My God.
Well, and here's the problem you run into when you pull your starter after 4 solid innings. You don't know what the next guy's going to be, especially with the bottom third of the order. Frazier, Shelley, and Gardner, and TJ Zoid can handle them.
3-2 again.
Ball
lifted
going up, ball
high
going
in
up.
the
Catch
air
it,
to
catch it,
right
catch it,
field.
catch
Coming
it.
in, Teoscar Hernandez,
Toronto
and he's there to
catching
make the
it.
catch. And Thornton does end the...
To end the 5th inning, after the commercial break, going into the top of the 6th. Never seen that. It was yikes. There's also this one that was I mean, it's funny to me because, you know, I don't have one. But, like, there was... you probably see where I'm going with this. The pitcher threw the ball, and the guy... and the ball, like, grazed the dude's package. And he was on the ground holding it. And I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, that's a yikes. It like the pitcher whipped the ball at him, you know, as the pitcher does, because that's what the pitcher does, and it just went like pretend that like this is the you know what I mean. And then just the ball went boof, and you just saw it go like, and then I was like, no, ow. As a girl, I get hit there, and like it hurts. I couldn't imagine. No, thank you. No thanks. The man dropped immediately. The ball grazed it, and he went boom. He dropped. I was like, this man. I was like, yikes. I was like, no, thank you. Oh, and then there was one where, the guy was at bat, and he, you know, hit it, and it went into the stands. And it hit this little girl in the head, and he felt so bad, and he started crying. And I was like, oh no. I was like, oh no. The little girl was totally fine. I was like, ooh. I was like, oh no, that poor child. Yes, right after the break is over and there's no music.
For a
like
speedy
now,
and full recovery
turn it back on.
for everyone out there in the Canucks family. Dan Shulman, Buck Martinez, Hazel May, the Blue Jays, and the Yankees. Jays up 3-1, top 6.
Oh!
As Randall Grichuk, who homered earlier in this game, sends
hit
one
it
into the
over.
right field corner. And
Oh, that was a nice
staggering
catch by
little
New
bit.
York.
Then Frazier hangs with it and makes the
Beautiful
play.
catch
One
by
down.
New York. Gotta give it to them there. One
I
out
think he
for
staggered a
Toronto.
lot. That ball was slicing toward the foul line, and it kept slicing away from me. It looked like it was going to be a routine play. Randall hit it and had it cutting down toward the corner, but Frazier, who played the first 2 games in left field, stayed with it and made a nice play as he had to go to his knees and catch it as he was going toward that foul line.
Isn't he turning into a more and more important piece of the Yankee puzzle? A guy who looked like he might get traded the last couple of trade deadlines, or maybe not last year, but the year before that, but starting to become a mainstay now in the Bronx. Joe Panik, the batter. Panik DHing today. 1 for 2 so far, and he pops one up.
Oh, damn, second out for
An easy
Toronto.
play for Gio Urshela. 2 down. Now, a message from Ziploc.
We're getting a message from Ziploc right now. Is that how Ziploc is spelled? Ziploc is not spelled like that. Is there not a C? Is there not a K at the end of Ziploc? Oh, jeez. I didn't know that. That just looked really weird. The logo looked weird.
Torres has it. The Blue Jays go quickly and quietly. Only 6 pitches needed for Michael King.
Wow, that was quick. All right. We're not going to the bottom of the 6th. We're going to the bottom of the 6th now. That was quick. Wow, we struck out right away. I just want to get the PS5. And guess what we can't get? PS5. Because there's not in our city. Anywhere for us to get. Is that how Ziploc is spelled? Hold on. Hold on. I have a Ziploc. Hold on. Hold up. Ow. Hold on. There's no way. Oh, I don't have a Ziploc in here anymore. It's somewhere. That's not how Ziploc is spelled. I don't have. There's no way. That's how Ziploc is spelled. What? Ziploc is not spelled like that. Unless it is a C, but that logo looks gross and wrong. No way. Oh. Hello, I've scheduled your mask fit testing. Yay! Kindly confirm one way or another if you can make it. Yes, I can. We have to do mask fit testing every 2 years for the N95 masks. So my certificate has expired, so. Because I got it for first year, and I'm almost done second year. Also, yesterday the date was 4-3-2-1, and I thought that was cool. That's it. That's all it was. What is going on above me? There's no way. I have to switch to Ziploc now.
Practice while he's been here in New York. The Blue Jays as a team did not hit. Neither did the Yankees. Didn't take batting practice.
I thought the Z was like
today, but
bigger.
The Blue Jays came out, took a lot of ground balls with that. TJ Zoik was going to start, so they wanted to make sure they had the infielders all on their toes. And Springer was out there doing a lot of running and a lot of stretching. Hopefully
that's how
he'll be ready
Ziploc
for that home
is.
opener.
Yeah, he's got to be chomping at the bit to get back on the active roster, or to get on the active roster, and officially get his Blue Jay career underway. Aaron Hicks will lead off the bottom of the 6th against Trent Thornton. Blue Jays up 3-1. Hicks, Gleyber Torres, and Jay Bruce coming up. 1-0 curveball catches the outside.
That's just what the
1-0.
logo has always looked like? Ew, there's something wrong
Hicks
with it.
hasn't reached base yet, but
Ew, I don't
he's
like
had a
that.
35-game streak of reaching base against the Blue Jays, and you certainly want to retire
That's
him
not what
as a leadoff man
Ziploc
here
always
in the
looked like.
6th.
Like the logo has never looked like that.
Norton and Kirk couldn't get on the same page.
Ew,
Hicks
I
will
don't
back
like that.
down.
That's not what it looked like.
Rookie still up
The
in
Z
bullpen,
went like all the way
so this could
across.
be
I remember it being like a Z and it going all the way across.
Got a left-handed
But
batter
apparently
with
it's
Jay
just a
Bruce a
little
couple of
Z.
spots away.
Ew,
Although
no.
you said it on the air yesterday, and Pete
Correct.
Walker said it today in his Zoom call with the media before the game, the Blue Jays don't look at Ryan Baraki or Tim Meza as left-handed specialists, guys who can only really face lefties, and that's so much more important now because of
I
the
thought it was like
three-batter rule. You
Ziploc
gotta
and
be
like
able to
the
get out
long
righties, even if you're a
Z
left-handed
is
batter.
supposed to like be like where like the Z, like the
Yeah, they
Z
have- they
is
pitches
like
to
Z. zip
Get in on
lock,
right-handers
you
and
know?
Barucki especially with his good velocity on his
Or
two
not.
series. Thrown
Really, I'm
97
crazy.
so far this season.
3-1. Count on Hicks and a fastball there. 3-2. What's better than a ball game and French fries? I can't think of much.
Those two kids are enjoying French fries.
With your sister having a good time on Easter Sunday, perfect setup.
Yeah.
Precious.
3-2. Hopped up, left side, foul and back out.
Foul
of play.
on Yankees.
Blue Jays got their 3 in the top of the second. The Yankees their lone run in the bottom
Yeah,
of
what
the
the
fifth.
frig? I thought it was like
Shift on for the
all the
Blue
way
Jays here
across.
with a 3-2 count on
Like,
Aaron Hicks as he leads off in the
zip
bottom of the sixth.
lock. Ew, that's gross. It's
Pitch
disgusting.
on
That's
the
not what the
way, and
logo
a
has
swing and a
been.
ground ball into the shift. Biggio on the right side is second. Will scoop it up and on to first. 1 down.
Another good pitch to Aaron Hicks as Thornton's got that good moving fastball. We mentioned his repertoire of pitches very effective and a lot different than the starter TJ Zoik. Zoik had a good outing. 4 innings, 3 hits,
Ooh,
no
it
runs,
feels
a walk,
gross.
and a
You know, like it just feels
strikeout.
icky.
But they went to Thornton to start the 5th.
Here's Gleyber Torres, who takes inside ball 1. You know, that ground ball to Biggio, Buck, it kind of gets you thinking. I mean, yeah, he's a third baseman this year, but almost every time a lefty comes up, he's going to be a second baseman because of the shift. And the position that you are, it's not the only place you play. You move around. So Biggio's actually a second baseman a fair amount of the time. Simeon, who plays at second, sometimes when there are certain right-handed batters up, he's back on the other side of the bag, kind of playing where a shortstop plays. So both guys, their versatility is important, but both guys are sometimes in a spot where they've actually played a lot and where they're very comfortable.
Marcus has addressed that as a second baseman now. He said many times when I was
Torres
playing shortstop
at
regularly
bat for
for
New York.
Oakland, I would play on the
Thornton
first base side of second with a big
pitching
left-handed
for
hitter up. So
Toronto.
he has seen what it's like to play second base from that vantage.
And what the Blue Jays are doing when Biggio comes around to the right of second, then Simeon goes out into shallow right field. Bichette generally is staying on the shortstop side of the bag. Pitch in the dirt. Now it's 2-2 to Torres. But you will see teams do it differently depending on if they think there's a chance the hitter could drop a bunt down. And sometimes even during an at-bat, as the count changes, the tendencies for the hitter change, and you'll see, say, the 2 middle infielders switch sides with one another. Gotta stay on your toes these days. 2 balls and 2 strikes. The count on Gleyber Torres. And a fastball chopped foul up the third baseline.
I think this is a real good opportunity for Trent Thornton to work in this ball game, as you know, this is his first outing since 2019, and he's worked hard to overcome that elbow surgery and chips in his elbow. And remember down in Tampa, his last appearance, he couldn't even extend his arm.
2-2 is hit hard to left field. Gurriel back, it's over his head and off the base of the wall on his way to second base, and in there with a 1-out double is Torres.
1 out for the Yankees.
Now Gleyber Torres with the extra base hit as he hits this ball hard. He got a fastball on the inner half of the ballpark. Gurriel in left field was playing for a carom off the fence, but it stayed down at the bottom of the fence. So that ensures that Torres is able to get to second base. It didn't bounce off the fence like Gurriel may have expected.
And as we thought, with a left-handed batter due up in Jay Bruce, that'll be all for Thornton. Ryan Barucki coming in.
Oh, mute it. Because there's a commercial, but right after the commercial's over, I'm going to turn back on the game. Also, hello everybody, my name is Molly. What's going on? Welcome to Monster Sports Entertainment. Hope y'all are having a great day. After this, I'm going to clean up. Because I made a mess of the kitchen. As I always do. And after I clean up in the kitchen, I'm gonna make some burgers. It's gonna be good. I'm excited. Made some burgers. I don't know if I'm gonna have just like a single patty or like 2 patties. Just have a single patty. but then have like another patty on the side in case as I eat it, I'm like, damn, like I can use another patty. But I think I'm only gonna be able to eat one patty. Maniac on the floor. Red. Why be sad when you can be glad? Shh. Does everybody remember those? Nobody remembers that Vine unless you're like, unless you were interested in Vine. I was laughing so hard. There was this TikTok and it was like, yo, imagine like all of us like. Everybody who grew up with Vine in the old folks' home, and then all of a sudden just saying like random things, and it's like, why do they keep saying that? And I'm like, so weird. Just everyone screaming free Shavakadu, and I was like, yeah, it's gonna be weird. I'm like, it's gonna be whack. Hurricane Katrina, more like Hurricane Tortilla.
Today,
Did we watch
lefty
Vines?
matchup
I
for
was
Milwaukee
obsessed
to get
with
it
Vines.
started.
There's some just like classic Vines, and there's some like
And a pitcher's
not as
inside
famous
for ball
Vines that were
one.
also really good.
Luke Voigt is on the IL, had surgery for a torn meniscus. The expectation is he's out 4 to 6 weeks. Guy who led the American League in home runs last year. So Bruce getting pretty much the everyday job at first base right now as he chases a nasty slider down and away, and it's 1-1.
Barucki really made an effort to harden up that breaking ball, and it looks like a fastball, and then it breaks late. Initially, when he came up as a slider, came up as a starter, the slider was too slow. But now he's got a terrific combination of fastball slider.
There's another one swung on and missed, 1-2.
He will also throw changeups from time to time to left-handed hitters, which I think is a great approach. He's got a good changeup, and why limit yourself to just 2 pitches when you have 3 effective pitches?
1-2 pitch on the way, and a swing and a ball up the middle. One hopper speared by Bichette.
Beautiful!
Fires
Out!
to first to get him. Bruce retired. Torres will come to third on the play, but what a nice play by Bo Bichette.
That ball took a wicked hop
2
up
outs
the
now
middle. Bo is shaded up
for
the
the
middle,
Yankees.
and Bruce hits a 1-hopper. It took a funny hop, but he stays with it and throws him out at first. Gleyber Torres, the runner from second, advances, but a nice play by Bichette to take a hit away from Jay Bruce. Boy, he gets a tricky hop. He is shaded up the middle. He's got a good look at this ball. He's over in front of it, but it kicks up, and he kind of spears it just before it gets past him and goes into the after. Good play by Bo.
And got a nice appreciative point from his pitcher, Ryan Barucki. So 2 down and a runner at third for Gary Sanchez, who comes up empty.
Strike.
And a swing and a miss at a 95-mile-an-hour
Strike 1.
fastball, 0-1. Sanchez today has flied out and grounded out, has homered in each of the first 2 games of the season. Barucki trying to strand this runner at third with 2 down here, bottom 6. The 0-1. Just inside, a ball and a strike. And I don't know if folks at home can hear it like we hear it in our headsets, but Jordan Baker is, that's in, that's out. Like, if it's not a strike, he's telling you where it is. So there's no room for a misunderstanding between the umpire and the catcher and pitcher. Upstairs, ball 2.
Yeah, and the catcher, Sanchez, got good power, obviously. He's homered twice, but Barucki's got the velocity to get inside on him. Whether it's with a fastball or a slider, he can crowd him inside.
Kirk sets up inside. Barucki hits his spot, and a fastball is popped up. Guerrero backpedaling, makes the grab, and the side is retired. Nice
Damn.
defense by Bowman.
Out. It is now the end of the 6th. After this commercial break, we're going to be going into the top of the 7th, and I will turn back on the audio. I just have to turn it off because copyright. Let me try to get no copyright strikes. Maniac. I know the Bible man I feel is a star. Savage right, we got a 12 car garage when you only got 15 cars, cause we just don't wanna be, we guys start living till die, 15 cars. Girls coming in the dust come cheap. It's one of the it's another good Nickelback song. I'm from Canada, so like Nickelback all the way. There's lots. I just like Burn It Down because that was on WWE for like so long. Going out tonight. Keep down in the line. But everything is more. When it stops to turn, burn 20 round night. I do be vibing. Guys, in 11, that's not how math works. In 21 days, guys, 22 technically. Technically, in 22 days, I'm going to be halfway done nursing school. So, that's going to be good. It's fun. Be halfway done nursing school. First year had me like dying, having many breakdowns, and then second year actually wasn't as bad as first year. But let me tell you something. First year tested me. It really did. It really did test me.
Pretty good hack at that high breaking
but now
ball.
I was on my second year.
When you see a hanging breaking ball, jump all over it, but unfortunately hit it right at the left fielder, Brett Gardner.
So a quick out in the 7th. Here's Cavan Biggio, officially 0 for 2. He reached on catcher's interference back in the 4th inning. That's an error on the catcher, Sanchez, but no time at bat for Biggio. He's thinking about bunting for a base hit as he takes outside, ball 1. They do have the shift on, but the Yankees also have Urshela kind of hanging out a little bit shallow and kind of near the line just in case Cavan drops a bunt down. 1-0 inside corner for a strike. I know, Buck, you've thought, I think for the last couple of years, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but that batters might start trying to do that kind of thing a little bit more. If they're going to continually get shifted, they might try bunting for a base hit now and again just to try to keep people honest.
Yeah, in this situation, especially with Bo Bichette and Teoscar Hernandez batting behind you, even with one out, it's worth a shot. Get on base for one of the big sluggers.
2-1 and a ground ball up the middle. To his right is Torres, the
Yikes.
shortstop. He'll throw out Biggio.
2 outs for Toronto. Damn it.
That'll bring out Bo Bichette.
I'm saying Bo Bichette's coming out now. For the Jays. I can't play it because there's copyrighted music that they're playing.
Or it took him 80.
See, so I gotta. They have copyrighted music. Want to hear it?
Start to his career.
Well, you see that list, and doesn't it make you think a little bit about Devin Travis and what might have been had it not been for all the injuries? One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet.
Aw, Tripper,
A guy
honey,
who
you're
could
just so
really
little.
swing the bat, but just so many injuries.
You know what really makes you think about that graphic? No matter how much talent you have to have a lot of good fortune to have a long and successful career as a big leaguer.
Yep. So David Phelps up in the pen. Just did a quick little search here, and it appears Devin Travis was hired as a rookie ball coach by the Atlanta Braves organization. So maybe the Alex Anthopoulos connection, but it's good to see Devin staying in baseball in whatever capacity, even if he's no longer able to play.
Bichette at bat, King at pitch.
2-1. Bichette takes a breaking ball over the outside corner. He thought it was outside, but it's 2-2. Two down and the base is empty. 3-1 Blue Jays. Top 7. Michael King. Fastball, a roller out to short to his left. Torres, the flip to first.
Out. Damn it. Middle of the 7th now. They're changing up. And we're going to be going to the bottom of the 7th. Damn it, Toronto. Yikes. Johnny! What's going on, Johnny? How you doing, Johnny? Johnny Talk Sports. What's going on? Trying to find a comfy position. Doing okay, doing alright. Doing alright. Just do be vibing though. Woo!
Just so you know, we're figuring out dinner right away.
Oh, I was gonna do some dishes to get, because there's too much stuff. There's like too much stuff. Do you know how many dishes it's gonna be later? There's gonna be so many freaking dishes. Just clean that bowl that's there. Clean. Can you please clean the metal bowl that's right there? So then when we make the burgers, we can just use that.
You won't use it to make burger.
What? When we mix the stuff together.
No, you put a burger on the flat top.
Yeah.
Onions and mustard. From a measuring cup.
Oh, yes.
I'm trying to tell you, I'm not going to start cooking past 4:30, so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever it is we're done. Yeah, I'm just doing cheeseburgers and I'm leaving bacon.
Oh, me too. And I'm gonna have two patties, but I'm only having one on my burger and then the other one on the side.
You on your bun?
On my bun, yeah. On my burger. The burger. The burger is the meat.
If the first 3 games between these two teams are any indication,
Yeah, I'm doing pretty
the Blue
good.
Jays have made up some ground in the offseason on the Yankees, and it looks like it could be a great 19-game set between these two all year long.
Dan, I agree with you 100%. I think the Blue Jays have a lot of confidence in their ball club they put together, and they've had a good series so far. They need to finish off the job here today and win 2 out of 3 against New York to start the season. One thing that has worked very well, you mentioned the 2 home runs in there. I think Vladdy Guerrero's opposite field home run his first of the season, and Randall Grichuk had a terrific at-bat in that same inning.
We do be
After
vibing,
Guerrero
though.
single, Grichuk had a 7-pitch at-bat
We do be
against
Cassandra.
Domingo Herman and hit a high changeup out of the ballpark to left field. I think we're seeing a better approach from the hitters today than we've seen in the first 2 games of this series.
And now out of the bullpen at the bottom of the 7th comes David Phelps. Ryan Barucki did his job, getting a couple of outs to get out of a situation in the 6th inning. And Phelps comes on for the 2nd time this season. He went a scoreless inning on opening day, although he did give up a couple of hits and a walk, but then got a big double play ball to get out of it. And Phelps figures to be an important guy for the Blue Jays. Not necessarily somebody they'll throw in the 9th inning, although it'll be fluid depending on the leverage of situations and what part of the order is up. But to see him out here in the 7th inning in a 2-run lead, this is not surprising. The Blue Jays really think, Buck, that he can be a big contributor in fairly high leverage situations out of the pen.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think he can do a lot of things for you. He's got all the pitches. He's got a very good ability to throw strikes, and he can throw strikes when he's behind. He can throw strikes with his breaking ball.
On Yankees,
he is probably the best
at bat,
thrower
and they
on
have
the team.
Phelps.
1-1 pitch to Clint Frazier, leading off the bottom of the seventh. There's a fastball in for a strike, and Frazier had a, man, I can't believe I didn't swing at that pitch look on his face as soon as it went by him. After Frazier, Gio Urshela, then Brett Gardner, 7, 8, 9 in the Yankee lineup.
No chapstick on my.
1-2 the count. And a fastball runs down and in for ball 2.
Phelps began his career pitching for the Yankees. Came up in 2012. His first 3 seasons were all with the Yankees. And then he has pitched all over the place. Miami, Seattle, Chicago, Milwaukee, Philly, back for the second time with the Blue Jays.
2-2 popped up. Guerrero basically motionless, just using his glove to shield his eyes from the sun. Had to take one step back to make the play, 1 down. And here we see Jordan Romano. And some people might be saying, what's going on? Like, what's he doing up now?
Bases
I
are
think
empty.
He's up in case he gets back around
Bottom
to
of
the
the
human
7th.
judge. They want Romano against the best hitters in the Yankee lineup.
I agree with you.
Urshela,
I think that
up at bat now
he was the
for New
guy,
York.
and if he comes up in this situation, I think we're going to see Romano come in. Pete Walker knows that Jordan can strike out hitters no matter who they are. And top of the order, you don't want them to put the bat on the ball.
Gio Urshela looks at a strike. So don't get too caught up in, well, it's not the 9th, or it's, you know, who's going to get the save today. It's not going to work like that. It's very situational, who they're playing, who the most dangerous hitters are, when they're coming up. And for example, today, the way things are unfolding, it easily could be Julian Merriweather, maybe even Tyler Chatwood coming into the 9th inning to get the last outs of this game if Romano was used earlier.
I think Romano, like you mentioned, is for the top 3 in the order. If they should come to the plate, or maybe even in the 8th inning, and I think Julian Merriweather will probably get the chance to close it out if there is a save online. But Romano, with that great fastball, a couple of wipeout sliders, he's a guy that can strike out the side, same as Julian Merriweather.
You can see the available arms. The Blue Jays with a 9-man bullpen. Some teams are going 8-man. Blue Jays are at 9. Swing and a miss on a good fastball away. And Phelps looking very sharp as he strikes out Urshela, 2 down.
When Pete Walker's asked about who throws strikes on your team, the first guy he talks about is Hyun-Jin Ryu, and then David Phelps is the second one that he mentions, because Phelps is a guy that can throw strikes, throw fastballs on the outside, on the inside, get his breaking ball over. The guy that he talks about third in that progression is Thomas Hatch, who's trying to come back from an arm injury suffered in the spring.
Brett Gardner, the batter, and he takes the strike.
So Hatch is another guy that Pete Walker's got a lot of confidence in, and hopefully he'll be back sooner than later, because he's another guy that's versatile, can give you multiple innings.
Oh, one right down the middle. Boy, Gardner sitting on something else, evidently. I mean, a fastball right down the middle, and it's 0-2. Michael King with 4 scoreless innings out of the Yankee bullpen. He's done his job, has given the offense a chance to get back into it. But it's really been a good pitching day for the Blue Jays. The 1 run they did score, remember, Frazier got on that bloop double into no man's land in right, took third on a fly ball, scored on a ground out. Considering the strength of this Yankee lineup, the Blue Jays have really pitched well in this game here today. 1-2 is pop back foul out of play.
Yeah, they have, and T.J. Zork, he did a nice job setting the tone. 4 innings with 3 hits shutout pitching to start the game, and then Thornton, he's the one that gave up that bloop hit to Frazier. But the Yankees bats have been smoking coming into this game, and the Blue Jays pitchers have silenced them somewhat so far.
2 down to the bases empty. Jays up a couple in the 7th. Brett Gardner waiting. David Phelps ready. 1-2 pitch on the way. Checked the swing. They appealed and it looked like he went around, and he didn't. 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Phelps has worked a lot with Alejandro Kirk going back to spring training, so he, like most of the pitchers on his staff, very comfortable throwing to the youngster behind the plate.
Aaron Judge a couple of spots away. DJ LeMahieu on deck right now. Blue Jays would love nothing more than for Phelps to finish it off right here. 2-2, and he will. Swing and a miss.
Woo!
And a fastball up.
End of the 7th. Let's go Phelps. Going into the top of the 8th. Trade this life, fortune, and fame. Might even cut my hair and change my name. Houses driving 15 cars. Girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. Well, I stay skinny cause we just won't eat it up. I love you. With I wanna be a rock star. I wanna be a rock star. The laptop going in freaking maximum overdrive.
At least the 10s.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
As Teoscar Hernandez leads off the 8th and takes a strike.
This is his longest appearance of his career. Just his seventh relief opportunity, but this is by far the longest relief appearance of his career.
You were falling asleep, but then you fell
And
by.
with another called strike, 0-2 on Hernandez, who is 0 for 3 with a strikeout and a couple of fly ball outs today. Vladimir Guerrero Jr.'s on deck, and then Lourdes Gurriel Jr. behind him. And wouldn't the Blue Jays love a little bit more of a lead here getting into the late innings?
My cat was
Boy,
up on
King is
the
painting right now. No argument from
top of the
Teoscar
couch,
as he catches the
and she
outside
was
corner
falling
down.
asleep, and then she rolled down.
Every team used to have
Honey.
a right-handed long man and a left-handed long man that could come in and pitch 4,
Oh,
5,
what is that?
maybe even 6 innings. And boy, that saves your bullpen so much. And King has done a terrific job for the Yankees right here. Remember, the Yankees have the Orioles coming in to Yankee Stadium for a 3-game series. So he is really the bullpen by pitching deep in this relief outing.
Now Vladimir Guerrero hit a home run into the stands in right field back in the 2nd inning, his first of the season, 1 for 3 overall. And again, very small sample size, but has had a lot of good at-bats in the first 3 games. Got jammed, hits it up the middle. King sidesteps it to let it carry out to LeMahieu, 2 down. Download the MLB app to get in-game video highlights, live pitch by pitch.
Boop. Hello?
He's gone 4 2/3 now. And here's Gurriel, 1 for 3, singled and scored on the Grichuk home run back in the 2nd. And so what else is new? King's in there with a called strike. Oh, one fastball, a little bit outside, a ball and a strike. One on the way. Swing and a miss. A little awkward swing there, Buck. A little bit from Gurriel, and it's 1-2.
Good changeup.
2
Down in the
outs.
zone, little late movement on it. King's been impressive in this
Toronto.
outing. 56 pitches to this point.
Working quickly, throwing strikes. Chopped foul at the plate by Gurriel, and it's going to come back fair. It was rolling a little bit up the line, foul, and then it rolled back onto the chalk.
Damn.
And
Now time for the Blue Jays to go out and pitch. Damn. This fast fortune fame. Come on here, Jays, I live. How's everyone doing? I'm your host Molly, by the way. Hi. I was like, y'all can't see me. Ooh, hello everybody. How's everyone doing today? What's everyone been up to? Anybody have anything fun going on today? Anything cool for Easter? My father and I are just having some burgers. I had Masha from Masha and the Bear come up. I didn't ask for that. I said a seat. And why are you showing me zippers? I'm so free. Because whoopsies. Whoopsies. Yeah, let me do that. Guys. Oop, there we go. Download that. A cabbie. Paste. Oopsie, that's not how you paste. Okay. MLB Live. Los Angeles Dodgers versus Toronto Blue Jays.
to face the top of the order, LeMahieu, Judge, and Hicks. Get ready for this. First pitch on the way, and a slider in for a called strike.
Romano pitched in the opener on Thursday afternoon. He came in and faced the bottom third of the order, had 2 walks in that inning, and actually got LeMahieu to hit into a fielder's choice.
0-1, a swing and a ground ball to short. Up with it, Bichette on the first in time, 1 down.
Well, there's nothing like a first out in the inning, and Romano's able to get DJ LeMahieu. And LeMahieu has been relatively quiet today, just 1 for 3 with a walk. And he continues to wear out the Blue Jays, but now Romano will face Judge, who he struck out on Thursday to end his inning of work.
Judge is 0 for 3 today. He has lined out a really nice play by Marcus Semien. Grounded into a double play and hit a fly ball to right field. First pitch fastball is a check swing foul off 0-1. It sure looks, Buck, like the game plan with Judge, and you see this a lot with big fellas, is don't let them get their arms extended. You remember back in the Dave Winfield days, nobody wanted to let him, I mean, he could reach out and hook anything, hit anything hard. Looks like they're really trying to stay in on Judge. 0-1 on the way, fastball inside, a ball and a strike.
Yeah, that's always been the book. When you have a big guy, he fills up the batter's box, he can reach anything on the outside part of the plate, and he wants to get his arms extended. So Jordan wants to pound that fastball inside and get him to chase that slider.
1-1, just a little low, says Jordan Baker, the home plate umpire. And I think Baker's the only guy in baseball, Buck, when Judge turns around and questions the umpire, Baker's the only guy Judge is looking up to in the whole sport. He's the only guy taller than Aaron Judge. 2-1. Swung on, bouncer to third. Biggio has it. In time to Guerrero to get judged by a step and a half. 2 down.
There we go.
Boy, he threw him a good breaking ball right there. And Judge hit a nice Sunday hop to the third baseman, Kevin Biggio. And Kevin is easily throwing out Aaron Judge. So 2 quick outs here in the 8th inning. Top of the order. This has always been a tough part of the lineup for the Bluejays to retire. Tough to keep them off the bases.
Aaron Hicks is 0 for 3 on the afternoon. Romano doing his trademark deep knee bend before he throws a pitch, and he catches the outside corner with a backdoor slider. 0-1.
Hicks has that 35-game streak of reaching base against the Blue Jays at stake in this at bat. He has not been on base this afternoon.
Boy, Kirk just did a solid right there for Jordan Baker, didn't he? The way he picked that ball before it hit the umpire.
Yeah, man, the umpire, you know he appreciates that. That was a wicked ball in the dirt. You can see him shaking his head behind home plate. Said, "Thank you, Mr. Kirk. I'm going to stay right behind you. I trust your hands."
1-1 fastball. And you know what? You do me a solid, I'll give you a borderline call. We'll call it even. It's 1-2.
That's how umpires work. They have a very long memory. Umpires like to work behind Kirk. Alejandro.
About to get out here. I will be right back. Just give me one moment. I'm back. I is back.
4 for 9 on the season. Remember the big double in
Top of
extra
the
innings
ninth.
back on opening day. Meanwhile, Michael
Toronto
King is back
is-
on
I
the
wanna
mound
change
for the
this.
Yankees into his 6th inning of work, but he's been incredibly effective and incredibly efficient. That just his 59th pitch. He has just been mowing the Blue Jays down. Out in front of Grichuk, no balls and 2 strikes. And Grichuk wouldn't chase down and away, ball 1.
Cut my hair, change my name.
Julian Merriweather is up in the bullpen. It looks like he will get the save opportunity today in the bottom of the 9th after Romano got the top of the order in the 8th. Grichuk bounces it foul, and I'm sure even if a couple of Yankee
Ow.
hitters or a few Yankee hitters, Buck,
Ow.
may not have known
Ow.
that much about
Ow.
Merriweather before opening day, I'm sure he is on all of their radars right now.
Yeah, you could bet they went back and looked at the video after that tremendous outing he had when he struck out the side on Thursday afternoon.
1-2 and a swing and a miss. One down.
Got out. 1 out on Toronto, top of the 9th.
As Joe Panic takes one of the dirt ball one.
Joe Panic.
Merriweather topped out at 99 miles an hour. Threw some wicked changeups as well to Aaron Hicks. And a healthy Julian Merriweather looks like he could be a very important guy out of that Blue Jay pen.
Well, and the one thing, he has rest now. He hasn't pitched since Thursday, the off day on Friday, so he should be good to go here this afternoon.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count on Joe Panic as he takes down and in.
Michael King, what a job he has done for the Yankees, as he has really pitched so great. He's pitching in his 6th inning of relief. He's allowed just 1 hit.
And he gets a ground ball down to third off the bat of
Shit.
Panic. Urshela on
Second
the first
out.
2 down.
By my calculations, quick research, this is the longest outing by a relief pitcher for the Yankees since July of 2018. David Hale pitched 5 2/3 in relief against the Blue Jays as well. That was back on the 6th of July in 2018. So this is a rarity. You see guys come in for a couple of innings, but rarely do you see relief.
Toronto
pitchers
got
pitch
this
6
game. I
innings in a
freaking
ball
hope
game.
so.
2 down. Here's Alejandro Kirk.
And the Yankees
Today
were
is
favored
0
to
for 2
win
with a
this one,
walk in
too.
his first start of the season. Any chance at catching the first 2 games? A 1 from King, a swing and a jam shot pop up caught by LeMahieu, the second baseman, and once again the Blue Jays go in order. Going to the bottom of the 9th, time for Julie.
Going into the bottom of the 9th now. Within the last inning, the bottom of the 9th. And New York is going to need to get 3 to beat them. And 2 to tie. Toronto had that really freaking good first inning. It's funny because some of these games can either take like 5-6 hours, or some of them are like this, like 3 hours. 3-4 hours, depending on how well they be doing. Cool baseball screen. Freaking right, this is a cool baseball screen. I got the stadium behind me. Just be vibing out, you know. I'm all the way up at the top, which is a great place because then I can like see everything real nicely, you know what I mean? And then beside me here, I can see them pitching from like behind point of view. From the posterior point of view. Isn't that cool? I didn't even know that was a thing. And then I just looked today and I was like, I wonder what they have here. And I looked and it was this. So definitely going to be doing that for the Dodgers and Toronto game, which I have posted. I'm going to copy it and paste it. Mother, why do you keep changing? It's fine. It's there. View on YouTube. View on the tubes. View on the tubes. Trade this life for positive. You're my hair, Jedi. Girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. I like this game. There you go. I just put the link in the chat. The Los Angeles Dodgers vs. Toronto Blue Jays game next Sunday, 1 p.m. Eastern. I will see you there. Don't forget to set your reminders for that. Set those reminders.
Oh, swinging the ball popped up and out of play.
I am from the booth.
1-1.
I know.
Gleyber Torres, Jay Bruce.
I know, I'm in the
Gary
booth.
Sanchez
It's
running
like,
for the Yankees here in the bottom of the ninth.
I know. I'm just bougie that
It
way.
doesn't get easy here. Anytime you're facing the Yankees in this ballpark and this big first out matter of the inning, that's important.
Bye.
1-1 fastball over the outside corner, 1-2.
Merriweather. Up at bat. Torres.
We mentioned Torres struck out.
Sorry.
For a final out
Merriweather
on Thursday. Got a
pitching. What the
99
frick's wrong with me?
fastball
Merriweather
from
pitching.
to strike
Torres
out.
at bat.
And a 99-mile-an-hour fastball right there that he fouls off.
99 miles per hour fastball. Hell, what?
There's no question about the
That's so
quality
fast.
of Merriweather's pitches. He's just battled injuries throughout his career, and boy, oh boy, if he could stay healthy, the Blue Jays have really got something in Julian Merriweather.
1-2, slider right over the outside corner for strike three.
First
call.
strikeout.
Merriweather is basically a starting pitcher, and he's got all the weapons, and that's a great slider. He didn't throw that pitch on Thursday afternoon, so it's the first time he's had to use a slider, and he throws a beauty right on the outside corner, and Torres is called out.
The one down in the Yankee ninth, and the batter now Jay Bruce. And we saw Merriweather use his changeup very effectively against Aaron Hicks on Thursday. Hicks, a switch hitter who, of course, bats from the left side against Merriweather. The changeup, a big pitch for Merriweather against lefties. And there it is right there. First pitch, swing and a miss, 0-1 on Bruce.
Boy, he's got such a good delivery, and his arm action is exactly the same on his changeup as it is on that 99-mile-an-hour fastball.
0-1 and a fastball loop to left center field, and the Blue Jays
Out!
have four
Second out.
outfielders
Woo-hoo.
out there. Biggio went
One
out to
more
left,
out,
so
and it
Hernandez
is
was in left
over.
center, and Bruce hit the ball right
Sanchez
out of
going
number
to bat
two.
now.
That pitch was a 100-mile-an-hour fastball after a first pitch changeup, and Bruce just lofts it into left field. Then Teoscar was in the alley in left center, makes an easy play of it. 2 up, 2 down for Merriweather.
100 miles
What
per
a
hour.
job by the Blue Jay bullpen today. Thornton gave up a run, but it was a bloop double that started it. Ryan Baracchi
Sanchez
got a couple
is
of
at
big
bat
outs.
now.
David Phelps a perfect 7th. Jordan Romano a perfect 8th. And now Merriweather's gotten the first 2 batters in the 9th. Gary Sanchez up for the Yankees. And a fastball just outside, ball 1.
We talk about the improved quality of the arms down in the bullpen. The Blue Jays have now retired 10 in a row from their bullpen. The Yankees haven't done anything against the pen late.
100 on the next fastball, fouled off, and it's 1-1. Boy, oh boy, this is premium stuff.
But now he's got that slider in his back pocket too. He's already thrown 1 to strike out Torres, and now Sanchez has to think about that as
Just
well.
needs one more out.
Fastball upstairs, swing and a miss, 1-2.
Damn.
Upstairs, and I don't know how you deviate from this pitch right there. That ball starts around belt high and ends up around the shoulders.
Expression never changes. Looking into Kirk, shakes him off once. 1-2 pitch on the way. Stays with a fastball.
And that is
swung on,
it.
missed, and Merriweather has
Done.
done it again. The Blue Jays beat the Yankees 3-1.
Woo
and they
woo!
take
Blue Jays! Woo! Woo! Blue Jays taking the W! Final score here today. 3-1 Blue Jays. Whoop whoop, the Blue Jays won. Yay. Where is Poopies? There we go. Merry weather at the end there. Damn. Great. That was awesome. Woohoo! Blue Jays taking the W. Woo! Yay. Oh my gosh, it's laggy. I hate that. Ooh, because whenever I look back at myself, I'm like not looking there. It trips me out. Boop. Oh wow, that's big. Let's maybe not make that big. Look, now I'm in the field. Hold on. Guys, I'm over here and I'm pitching. Guys, I'm pitching over here. Guys, look, now I'm on the screen. Now I'm on the Jumbotron screen. Oh, everybody, welcome. And now I'm like right here. Hi. Oh, could I be? Hold on, look, guys. I'm the man batting. Hold on. I'm the man batting. Hold on. Hold on. Woo! Blue Jays won! Woo woo! Hello, everybody. Not close to me. Hello. Blue Jays taking the W, frickin' rights. Let's go, Canada. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications. Also, up top, you can see that I posted the game for next Sunday, which is Los Angeles Dodgers versus Toronto Blue Jays, and that's going to be at 1 p.m. next Sunday, the 11th. So make sure that you set the reminder for that as well. And yeah, might do a little pop-up. We'll see how everything goes. But yeah, thank you, everybody, for joining me. Very much appreciate each and every one of you coming in. That was a good game. Especially because we won. Woohoo, that was such a good game because we won. Of course, always, right? Woohoo! Thank you, everybody. Everybody enjoy the rest of your evening. Red Dead pop-up, possibly, maybe, we'll see. We will possibly see how the week goes, but yes, hopefully. As I said, we'll see how the week goes. Thank you, everybody. We're on Monster Sports Entertainment. Molly out.